Okay, so, dang, what was the last thing everyone did? Let's just start with that. Let's get that out of the way. On my screen, I got Alex up top. So, Alex, what was the last thing you did? A lot of you guys might have the shared experience anyway, so.
Okay, yeah, definitely. So, the last thing Varan did, I'm pretty sure it was just fighting a Frogger.
Frogger was pretty crazy.
Yeah, we investigated
cool.
oh yeah, Phoenix was there too. We investigated like a missing ship guy or whatever, a ferryman, and we found way more than we bargained for, I guess.
Very unexpected surprise.
Yeah. Actually, I'm pretty sure Thwack was there too, right?
Thwack was there for that one too, I think, yeah.
The same thing, though, as my last adventure. Learned a lot of things. Like, can't fight in water too well. It's very scary to me. I don't really know how to deal with that, so I'm gonna have to go shopping.
That's how I deal with things.
For sure.
See what our traders have. But yeah, I fought the Frogger. He's a pretty cool guy, actually. I was gonna try to kill him, and I kind of feel bad for that now.
He's pretty chill. Yeah, I think the Vanguard made a deal with him, basically. Just like protect the waterways.
If I had one more turn, I couldn't guarantee his safety, and
yeah, that's fair.
That really gets to Thwack, I guess.
Phoenix, that actually wasn't your last adventure, though, right?
It was not. No, my last adventure, I went to a village where all the parents had disappeared. So and it was just kind of run by the kids, Children of the Corn-esque, although the kids weren't evil. Orphans, yeah. But we went looking for them and had got sucked into a giant illusion by a very powerful seer, and we had to go through a series of challenges to escape. Everyone kind of had one challenge that correlated to their backstory. I ended up getting some phoenix feathers, which are pretty cool. My flame has an extra fire aspect to it, which I like. But yeah, afterward, turns out the seer that sent us into the illusion was a very disgruntled child that was mad that no one played any games with her. She now is under watch of the Radiant Vanguard because she's very powerful.
I was gonna say the children did that to you.
A singular child, a very powerful child.
You'll have to watch it, Eric. I don't know. That one was really cool. Alex ran that one. That was super fun. Very, very fun. Cassidy, what was the last thing that you did?
Sorry. I was, and I'm so glad that he described it because I don't think I would have been able to as well as he did.
Yes.
But basically, yeah, that.
Okay, cool.
The one with Phoenix.
Sounds good. Oh, I forgot. Emma's not making it. Oh no, I gotta delete her token forever. Okay, there we go.
It's gone.
Okay. Everyone else we got? Okay, cool. All right. So this time around, you guys are responding to a report that you found interesting like 2 weeks ago, but we didn't get to that game, so we're running it now, which was the thing that's on screen there. So the local river has begun to flow uphill in a short isolated section near an old mill. The water appears clean, but tastes faintly metallic, and fishermen nearby report no fish in that area. They expect there's some sort of magical interference going on. It's basically all you know. Included in the reports, they did mention that the nearest village was actually like a village with a bunch of beastborn at it. And so they're kind of just like, well, if you want info, that's the closest place of civilization that uses that area. So that's pretty much what you got for reports. Yeah, I'll pretty much leave it up to you guys from there. Is there anything you want to make sure you get done before tackling that?
I've got a couple things in the city I would like to accomplish here before we head off.
All right.
First, I want to see if I can go to a pet store. If they have a Pets R Us or something. I don't know.
Petco around here.
I'm sure
Petco.
there's a very strange merchant that you've seen a few times that's caught your eye, specifically Phoenix, that sells a bunch of really small, weird, specifically flying creatures. Like flying like lizards that don't really fly, they more glide. Crows, ravens, pigeons.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll head there, see if we can strike a deal.
Okay. Sounds good. So you head there for in case it matters. Is the rest of the party joining you, or is this something you're just kind of doing on your own? We'll see. What do you guys think?
They're invited if they want to come.
Joining? Okay.
Yeah, I'm always down for a shopping spree.
All right, perfect. Okay.
I want to get a collar for my juniors.
Oh, okay. That's definitely something you could make happen there too. Okay. So you passed by this merchant several times. This is the first time that you've ventured to actually speak to them, because they are straight up the typical crazy homeless person. It's just like one kind of old dude. You always see him. He's got one little booth that's his house and his shop. Smells terrible. And the thing is just like loaded full of birds and lizards and craziness going on, flying squirrels, just all kinds of wild stuff. And they just hang out with this guy. So, he kind of sees you directly approaching, and it's like he knows you're coming to him. So right away, he kind of shouts out at you guys like, oh, hey, come on over. I've got birds.
Perfect. I love birds.
Just birds.
And flying lizards. I'm in the market for perhaps any ravens.
Oh, ravens, of course. I've got this one special one. And he kind of like literally just reaches around in like a small, corner of his little stall that you couldn't see right away, and just pulls out in his fist a cardinal. And he's like, Raven.
No. Ravens. That's a cardinal you got there.
Oh, and you see a raven.
Black feathers,
He's like, I don't have one of those. And you see a raven like land on the counter and just kind of like perch there and like look at you. And he's like, nope, I don't have any ravens.
How about this guy right here on the counter?
Oh,
this one of these.
Yeah, sure. I suppose I could part ways with Jimmy there.
Jimmy.
He doesn't have ravens, but he has a Jimmy.
Okay, Jimmy. Yeah, flying Jimmy.
Yeah,
looking for.
that'd be easy. I could give you that for maybe 20 gold.
20 gold. I think that's very fair. Anything I should know about Jimmy? Like,
yes. And he takes your money.
I
yes,
love him.
like, should I know? Do you have any other ravens, or is Jimmy your? You don't know what a raven is. Okay, yeah, I'll take
Jimmy.
it. All right.
Jimmy's my only Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy's your only Jimmy. Thank you so much.
Yep,
I
anytime.
will take
Is that
care of
its
Jimmy.
name or the kind of bird it is?
Yeah, he just kind of looks at you and he's like, no words, man. I don't know. The guy's
This is my
kind of.
favorite thing ever.
Well, I will take great care of Jimmy here. Might name him Phoenix Jr.
No, his name is Jimmy.
I bought him. I get to name him. So
He's like, well, he hasn't grown up with that name or anything. It's just I just gave it to him just now, so that should be fine.
yes, Phoenix Jr.
You've never called it anything else ever?
No,
This-
I don't. Why would I need to call it? It's always here.
So it's not a
flabbergasted.
phoenix, though.
No, not a Phoenix.
It's not a phoenix.
It's a raven. But I think
Kind of like naming your dog Cat, though, right?
that's just a cause for chaos.
So this raven,
Yeah, it's not a raven.
this raven kind of just like hops up on your hand and then on your arm, and it's like this thing fully understands that it was just purchased, and it's just hanging out with you.
I love him. I love him already. All right, Phoenix Jr., you're with me.
It knows.
You look like you are destined for adventure, my little friend. Although you need to glow up. Anybody have red dye, or know where I can find red dye?
You could make it
You're
from
so
the blood of
mean.
your enemies.
One of my enemies.
That would be pretty cool.
That's an intense kind of red dye.
That's something
I'll,
I could get behind.
All right. Just gotta find some enemy blood. It's a weekly occurrence, so probably won't be too hard.
It's true.
Or there would be loads of it.
Cassidy, what did you want? You said you wanted something, didn't you?
Yeah, I wanted a little collar for my familiar.
Oh, nice. Oh, like your ice ball familiar?
Yeah,
Okay.
ball.
This guy
it's just gonna
does.
be kind of like floating on top of it.
Oh, that's awesome. This guy
I'm
does
lagging.
have some collars.
So terrifying. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you are, but it's okay. We'll just try to get through it. This guy does have some collars, thankfully. He'll maybe charge you 5 gold for a good collar.
Oh, okay.
I
Nothing
like
too
this
crazy.
man. He's fair in his prices.
The other guy wasn't. That crystal guy.
Yeah. Basically, he's just like, well, I have to be. This is the only gold I've seen in weeks.
Aw.
How do you survive?
Well, the birds, they bring me seeds.
Where do you live? Just like outside?
Yeah, you are in my house currently.
Are there any walls around it? There's no walls around this. I
Yeah,
assume.
no, it's really just like an open stall. There's like kind of a counter thing attached to the stall with like a gap that he could just kind of like crawl behind. So really, it's just like it's a
This
tent
is just
with a
loose
counter.
wood.
He's like, that's right. The birds brought it to me.
They can do that.
Just gonna look over at a thwack and be like, "That's some big birds."
You show nothing but small birds, though.
Yes, well, you'd be surprised what a almost druid can do.
We could use this man's power.
It's
Yeah,
taken
we've
me.
never seen that before.
It's taken me 3 years to train these birds to bring me wood.
If you ever need a job, just the Radiant Vanguard, they hire just about anybody. I would vouch for you.
All right, that sounds good.
We could use the birds.
You hired a psycho little kid the other day to try to kill the parent.
He's like, oh, sounds like I don't fit the bill then.
Oh, you'd be perfect.
You could turn psycho, though.
Well, is there anything else I could get you?
I don't need any animals. You just amaze me.
Okay.
Now, me personally, though, I do need scrolls and/or potions.
Okay. Is that the next stop then?
And if that stop happens to have an enchanter, that's what I'm looking for.
Okay. Ooh, interesting. Okay, all right. So, one of the perks of Hope returning to Enza, trade routes being opened in the local regions and everything else, y'all are making this house a home. Okay, so Enza is looking real good. There's a lot of shops that are actually opening back up and merchants doing things again. There is new in town, not even from Enza, actually from Guja. There is an enchantress that's got all kinds of cool magic stuff that she's building up her shop. It's the first time that you would be entering it. Her name is definitely thought of already. It is Araki. She's a cool, very tall elf, very typical elf, So,
Okay.
yeah, but her place is very inviting. You open the door, smells like essential oils in there. And she's just it's like, oh my gosh, welcome. There's real customers. And you see her, she's setting stuff up on shelves and her place is half set up at this point. But she's like, well, come in. I'm open enough. What can I get you?
Do you want to go first, Thwack? Or is this not the place?
Do you have any scrolls or potions here?
Of course I do. Absolutely.
Always.
What
Perfect.
kind? What are you looking for?
Anything for water breathing and or maybe water walking, something that might let me at least stand on the surface, punch down into it if I needed to do that.
Of course, I've got rings. I've got enchanted rings already. I got one ring here, a ring of water walking, and a separate one of water breathing. And they'll both run you about 200 each.
Do you know what? I'll just take both. This money burn a hole in my pocket.
She's shocked. She's like, oh my gosh,
How do you
okay.
even have that much money?
That sounds great. Here's the rings. I'll take the gold.
They've been paying us a lot.
I like the other guy's pricing more.
Alrighty. So I have a ring.
Yeah, you have acquired a ring of water walking and water breathing. The ring of water breathing is not permanent water breathing, but you can breathe underwater for 5 minutes.
All right, perfect. I mean, that's all I really need. I was a fish out of water in my last mission.
Yes. However, the ring of water walking, you straight up walk on water like it's land, not even difficult terrain or anything.
What?
All right, cool. Can I have these both equipped, or should I only ever equip one at? I mean, I guess if I'm walking on water, I don't really need to be breathing.
I guess that's true, but you can have them both. You can have them both equipped at the same time. No issue.
Right, sweet. Well, I mean, that's all I really needed here.
So, I was curious, can you enchant items that we currently have?
Possibly. I mean, I definitely can. It depends on what you'd like, but it's certainly possible. What are you thinking?
So, I have these 2 gold emerald rings that I bought in the very first session.
Yes.
And I was really hoping I could get them enchanted. I'm looking to do maybe some elemental damage or elemental protections. Do you have any something like that?
Absolutely. We might want to brainstorm that a little bit, make it something worthwhile. But let's say we could do, I don't know, is there something specific that you're I'd really like this specific thing to happen? Otherwise, my first thought is maybe some of the elemental cantrips she could enchant to make just straight up, you'd learn that cantrip or something like that.
Okay. I was kind of hoping to enhance elemental damage. I
Okay.
just want to hit a little bit harder. Or I have 2 rings, so I would like them to be the inverse of each other. So one hits hard elementally, and then one protects me, in an elemental way, like a fire resistance, or maybe an elemental damage reduction, something like that.
Okay, absolutely. I'd say that ring resistance from like, yeah, you could definitely, she's got enchantments that can give you resistance to specific damage types. I'd say that resistance would probably cost like 80 gold per damage type or something like that, you know? And probably do like 2 or probably like 3 on a single ring. So you could do like 3 different damage type resistances on a single ring, about 80 gold each. And then let's see, for the damage thing, man, we could go all the way and just be like, any elemental damage you do, she could give you a ring that basically gives any elemental damage the impact property, so that it does 1 extra damage on heavies and above. That's pretty good.
Okay.
I'd probably run like 250, I'd say.
So that sounds like a really good idea.
She's of course like, but if you've got other ideas, maybe suggest them and I'll see what I can come up with.
Instead of just picking specific resistances, is it possible to do elemental damage reduction on a ring? One that just applies to essentially the elements?
Yes, that makes more sense. That'd be doable. That's not quite as strong as resistance, but it'd work for all elements. So yeah, I'd say that could be done for probably like 150.
Okay. Absolutely sold on that one. I'm not even gonna negotiate there.
Okay, sounds good.
For the next one, I would really love to do some more damage. And what if instead of the impact property, we added the heavy property?
Ooh, what would that be like?
I'm pretty sure it's just 1 more damage. It's essentially the same thing, just worded differently.
Okay, I gotcha.
It happens a little more often.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. So just straight up 1 more damage to all elemental damage. That's definitely doable. Gonna charge a little more, probably at maybe around, I don't even remember what I said at the other one. Probably like, I don't know, that seems like it'd be like 250 again, maybe 250. I don't even remember what I said before, but I feel like that's what that would be ish.
Okay. So 250 for an increase to elemental damage, and then 150 for damage resistance?
Yes.
All right. You've got yourself a deal.
Heck yeah, good doing business. She's all excited. She's like, this is the first custom enchantments I've done. And she does some really cool stuff where like she doesn't even take the rings off your hands. She just kind of like touches them a little bit and you feel just like a crazy like surge of energy kind of run through them. And she's just like, whew, time to take a nap.
That looked kind of dangerous.
So real.
It's around his hand. What if that went bad?
Yeah, he would have lost his finger.
Okay, double checking on that. Thank you.
I'm pretty good at this, so I was confident that wouldn't happen. But I would have paid for a finger replacement.
That's good to know. Some insurance, I suppose.
It's crazy that you're not trusting her abilities, Thwack.
That is
It
crazy.
just looks sketchy.
It's a woman hater.
Oh my god.
It's the only.
I love all the
possibility.
women. I just wouldn't say they love me.
That's awesome. All right. Anything else
Well
anyone
said.
wanted from this enchantress lady?
Yeah. I just need some insurance against water in the future. Potential challenges I might have to overcome. I'm good.
Okay. All right, then. At that, she'll encourage you all to come back soon. She's got plenty of new cool things that she's got planned, but she doesn't have ready yet. So she's like, hey, make sure you come back to Araki's enchantments. That's what it is.
Really did not make that up just now.
Yeah, nope. Neither did she. She totally had a plan for her shop name already. But anyway, cool. If there's, is there anything else you guys wanted to make sure you accomplished?
I've got one more stop I'm looking to make. I want to find the best, most knowledgeable blacksmith in all of Enzo.
Okay. All right. Easily done. You've already heard rumors. Yeah. You've already heard rumors of Batar, the blacksmith. Okay.
The Batar?
The Batar. Classic, just dwarven guy. He's actually a younger dude, but he's got blacksmithing in his veins. So if you made your way over to his shop, he's got a very large building. It's like 3 times the size of what it should be. Like, this place is huge. It looks like a Walmart. And he's using about a quarter of his shop, and the rest of it he's just like got just trash and just like so much stored crap everywhere. But he's got a little bit of a line outside already of like some people that seem to be maybe like new adventurers, and a lot of them in line, they're gonna see you guys approaching and there will be there's like a group of 3 bros, and they see you guys approaching, and they're just like, "Oh, you guys!" And they just kind of like, you know, one of them slaps the other one, and she's like, "That's the Vanguard. That's some of the people from the Vanguard. I recognize them." And you know, they're kind of like whispering amongst each other as you approach.
Hello, citizens. We're here on important Vanguard business. Mind if we
your talk is like your head
skip
is
to
gigantic. You need to tone it down a little bit.
skip to the front of this line here?
What? Yeah, one of the bros is just like, "Oh, that's Phoenix, dude. That's Phoenix. I swear. Look at his bow. You can see it. You can see the feathers. That's from his newest adventure." And they're like, yeah. You go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Thank you.
And they literally just kind of like, you know, just shove you guys up to the front of the line. The blacksmith is talking to someone as he's like hammering this sword, and he's just like, "Yes, well, I mean, I've done my fair share of this kind of thing." And then he sees you approaching. He's just like, "Oh my goodness, if it isn't the Vanguard themselves. All 2 knights, actually. 2 knights and 2 mages. Look at that. Balanced party. Good thinking. Is there something I can do for you?"
I believe so. Are you familiar with this material? And I bring out the obsidian-looking dragon claw.
Okay. He's gonna look right at it and just be like, "Holy guacamole, that's a talon right there. I've seen that before. I can only see where this is, you know, I can guess where this is going here. You want me to make you a massive, awesome war pick using this thing, is that right?"
I don't know about war pick specifically.
Right. Terrible idea.
Oh, no, don't be too hard on yourself. But if you have like a good idea, I was hoping like, do you think these would work as arrows or like a type of sword?
Oh, well, you know, one thing, there's some interesting properties hidden in a dragon talon. I could make a single arrow that returns to you, but it's gonna hit really hard when it does hit. So you know, you might be able to like not shoot it as often as your average arrow. You know what I'm saying? But boy, is it gonna hit hard when it hits.
I'll just look over his shoulder and be like, "That thing's so big, you could probably get 2 weapons out of it." And then maybe I'll point towards like dual wielding daggers on the wall or something. Be like, "I bet that'd work out."
Oh, you know if there's enough material to maybe make another thing?
Absolutely.
Sweet. I'm like some daggers I think I could use, or a short sword or something.
Yes. All right. Well, you're going to have to tell me what you want. But when you do that, I can tell you right now, that arrow's going to run you about 100 gold. All right. And it's gonna hit things real hard when you use it. All right. But you know, it's gonna use an action point to recall it after you use it, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yes. Yeah, I think I do.
All right. But daggers, I could make you a set of daggers, or I could make you a short sword. So, you know.
If I go with a short sword, what kind of perhaps magical properties?
Oh, you know, I'd say it's gonna do some extra damage, like +1 damage to every attack, and it's also gonna have the impact property, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Cool. I think I might go for the short sword.
All right. I can get right to work on that. I already forgot how much the arrow's going to cost, but that sword's probably going to run you about 200 gold.
Okay, I think you said the arrow was 100. So
I believe you. 300. That sounds right to me. I can have this done in about 5 minutes.
Wow, you're fast.
I'm freaking
really
quick.
fast.
I'm really freaking quick.
I see why you're the best in the city.
It's in my veins.
All right.
All the people today we're meeting, they're just impressing me.
Well, you know, real cheesy. He's like, "Well, listen, y'all have impressed us. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna work hard to repay the people that are making our lives work in this crazy landscape."
Better.
He's seen the
all right.
dragon.
We will.
All right, I give him the obsidian claw and 300 gold.
Excellent. You receive a fancy arrow that automatically, if you use it with your bow, it automatically adds 1 damage, period. Just no matter what, +1 damage. Actually, that wouldn't be balanced enough. It automatically adds 2 damage, and then you have to physically go pick it up or use an action point to have it recall to you.
Nice.
Would me picking it up also be an action point?
It depends. Technically, it's like a minor action. If it's like within reach and you can just grab it, that'd be a minor action, so it would not cost an action point.
Okay. You're calling it. That's the essentially the reload property, right?
Pretty much, yes. Yep, very similar.
There is also a recall property in the Spellblade that already has that kind of written out too, if you want to use those mechanics.
Ooh, nice.
It's literally the Thor's Hammer mechanic.
Yeah, we could do that.
But yeah, when you recall this thing, it like basically just violently shoots back at you on its own and then stops right before it hits you, for the record.
That's pretty cool.
So you might be able to do some cheese with that, cheese it up a little bit.
I was going to say that sounds like it has some potential.
The sword.
Sounds like you better trust that enchantment.
Yeah. The sword, short swords normally do 1 damage, I believe. So the sword does 2 damage outright and has the impact property. And all the other normal properties that a short sword has, which I'll have to look at later. But I'll get to the deets in a streamlined format at some point.
Sweet. What's the impact property do?
Every time you hit something with a heavy or higher hit, you do 1 extra damage.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Big potential with those ones.
Well, thank you very much, Orf guy. I forgot your name.
Oh, my name, Batar. Good to meet you for the first time.
Yes.
And the short sword will also have the guard property as well.
Nice. Eddie, sounds good.
Cool.
And the guard
Sure, I have
property
a
gives you 1 to your physical defense.
Nice.
Sick. Okay. Batar is eager to help the rest of you if anyone wants anything. He's just sitting there. He's like, well,
Please.
okay, what can I get you, Miss Mage? I don't typically work with mages, but I can try. What are you thinking?
How much would it cost to engrave my 2 little daggers that I have?
Engrave them? Honestly, listen, you work for the Vanguard. You're a woman. I'll just do it for free.
What? Oh!
What? I wish I was a woman.
Yeah, you should have had her ask for those 2 items.
He's like, I wish you were too, but
Whoa.
This guy's getting a little crazy on us, guys.
some strange folks in this town. Yeah, but he definitely engraves whatever awesome fancy stuff you want in your daggers, and it's like you didn't even see him do it. You know like the piercing videos where the person's like talking to them, and as they're talking, they just like do the piercing, and then the person's just like, "What? You did it?" It's like that. It's like, "Oh, you engraved it?"
That's baller.
This guy is so fast.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Oh yeah. Yep. Anyone else want anything?
I got my fists.
You got any bucklers back there?
Bucklers? You would not believe the kind of bucklers I can fashion.
Just recently learned how to use one, so I figured maybe I could strap it up.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, easy peasy. I've got some pre-made standard bucklers here. Real cheap. I'll give them to you like 20 gold, honestly.
Oh, okay. And when it comes to my weapon, I just use a chain whip. Is there any way you could make it look cooler?
Oh, for sure. I've got this crazy like obsidian glitter stuff that I just kind of heat over stuff for a while, and it makes it all shiny and crazy looking. So I can definitely do some of that. Also,
Can you turn it gold or silver?
Oh yeah, 100%, without even losing its dexterity or quality.
Okay, that'd be awesome. I'd love a golden whip.
Well, how about this? I should be able to coat your entire weapon in gold. If you provide the gold, I'll need maybe like 15 coins.
15? Okay.
15 should cover it.
Well, shoot, I'll take both of them.
All right. Done and done. Yeah, done. He did it.
Yeah, it's really fast about it.
He's so fast. Everyone else in line, not everyone. Some people in line are like, okay, these guys are really, maybe we should have let them cut. And Batar's like, is there anything else I can get you guys? It's like, you're the best customers I've had all day. It's a pleasure to work with you, by the way.
I'm surprised you even have a line out there.
Yeah. I just opened. That's the only reason why.
Yeah, but you get your work done so fast.
That's true.
I guess it's people like us holding everybody up.
Yeah, all these customers always want to talk, right?
Yeah, very strange. Hey, listen, I'm all about customer service, though, The longest part of the job is just making nice with people.
Respectable.
Well, thanks again.
Yep. All right, cool.
Yes, we should
Anytime.
leave now.
All right. Well, have a good one then.
We'll try.
I gotta remember this crap. Okay, hang on.
I'm going to look to the group and be like, did we have a job?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
This is a bottle of this.
Our job is shopping. That's why they give us all this money.
True. Like, what else are we going to do?
Yeah.
It's kind of true. Yeah.
I mean, I still got like 300 gold, so I'm going to save that for a rainy day.
Very
Big
good.
ball over here.
Did the crazy guy give you a name? I don't believe he did.
Who in it?
The crazy homeless guy?
We never really asked, I guess.
Yeah, it's true.
True.
When it came to him, that wasn't the most important thing happening.
Okay, I'm just going to type that in chat so I have it later. Okay.
Crazy homeless guy merchant.
All right. Anyway, if y'all are all set, are we ready to investigate the reports?
I am.
I'd say yes.
All right.
Also, Cassidy accidentally disconnected, I think.
What?
Just in roll 20.
And roll 20.
Yeah, we still got you in Discord, though.
Oh, what?
Do you have the website open? Oh, there you go.
And you're back.
All right, perfect.
There, yeah. I just went on like a link thing, I think.
All right. Well, okay, so we got the map thing pulled up already. So this is the last local region surrounding Enza that you're heading to. It is directly south of Enza there on Hex E4S17. So that's a cool thing. This will be the last region bordering Enza. And then, I don't know, maybe you guys will have to figure out other ways of travel. Specifically, you have Ozzy to help you fly places around or whatever. But, we'll see what happens with that. So, as you guys you're all suited up, you're ready to go, you begin making your way out of Enza to the region to the south. And what would you like to do first? You've heard of a few things here. So you've heard that there's like an old water mill. There's the river itself. There's a nearby village. What do you want to do with all that first? What's your plan?
I'm thinking whatever's near, so I imagine we'll probably run into the river.
Tasted
first.
this water, didn't tell it.
Yes. You definitely encounter the river itself before anything else. At first, when you first find the river, it seems like a normal river. It's actually flowing correctly, no issue. But you do travel far enough that you actually see the village that was described kind of in the distance, farther, like on the horizon. But it is kind of mostly like a plainsy area. So there's not a lot of trees obscuring your vision. Like you can see pretty far. And so this river finally does get to a point where it literally just like stops flowing and is kind of just still. In that area, you see almost like it's blocked up. You see a couple fish that like swim where the river is flowing just fine. And then it reaches where the river like stops flowing and the fish just like stop and kind of just turn around and keep doing their own thing. A little bit farther down, what's that?
Can I just like reach in there and just grab a fish like straight up?
Dude, make an agility check.
Side note, I'm sorry if I interrupt anyone. I don't know stuff.
Literally.
No worries.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. 8. Okay.
Oh,
What's your agility, Cassidy?
terrible.
So yeah, are you able to add anything to it with agility or no?
One.
Okay.
Just okay.
Brings it up to a 9. Dude, I don't know. Hang on. Honestly. Oh man, you are insanely close. You touch the fish and it literally just like swims out of your hand. So unfortunately not, but
That's rough. That's all I wanted to do now.
fair enough. But yeah, it is
Your
weird.
penguin
Like,
muscles are out of practice.
right. Yeah. They just swim up to that
That's like
spot.
supposed to be my gift, is it not?
You can't catch him.
Cannot.
What were you gonna do with that fish?
That's a good question.
Ask it what the heck it's doing.
No. Just try to see if I need. Yeah. I'm gonna interrogate it.
Interrogate them.
That's a nice try. Valiant effort.
The fish, unfortunately, does escape your grasp. And you'll notice where the water stops there, it's not much farther down, where the water completely reverses its flow for a section and then stops at the same point where there's just like stagnant, unmoving water. So there's just like flowing normally, a patch where there's no flow whatsoever, and then a patch after that that's flowing the opposite direction. And then further down the river, there's like the same thing where the current stops completely and then the river flows normally again. So there's just like one spot in the middle of this thing where the river just like is doing its own thing and it's doing it backwards.
Or that was just like beavers or something living there.
So the water is surprisingly clear and there's no beaver dams set up in any way or anything like that would naturally obscure the water. It seems to just be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No beavers.
The report says the water tastes metallic. Thwack, I dare you to drink the water.
Yeah, who tasted this water who like knows it's metallic?
Look,
Well, it looks
I don't
clear.
do anything for free. I'll try that water.
5 gold?
Make it 10.
10 gold? I'm gonna drink the water.
All right. I'll give you 5 gold if you drink the water.
Yeah, give me your 5 gold.
I'll give you the 5 gold.
That's actually very convenient because my gold ends in a 5, and that's just unsatisfying for increment. So,
My gold
okay.
ends in 5.
A phoenix is going to taste, but not swallow the water.
Okay.
Oh, I would have swallowed it. Wow.
All right.
Phoenix,
That's
you're so
awesome.
lame.
Phoenix, you bend
You're
down
more than
and just
welcome to drink it.
cup the water in your hands, and you give a good slurp to the water. And I need you to make a fate roll for me. Just a straight D20.
Okay.
Ooh.
I just do that.
No way! Are you kidding me? No way! Oh my gosh!
So you're not
Okay.
swallowing it, right?
Worst
my
roll to screw
gosh.
up on, man.
That's hilarious. Okay. You don't even get the water to your mouth. Okay. You put your hands in the water. As soon as it's like cupped in your hand and you pull it out of the river, this water literally just like electrocutes the crap out of you. And you're actually going to just straight up take 3 of just lightning damage outright.
Ouch.
Let's go.
Why are you against me? Wait. You have, I think, light armor on that. Wait, let me find this. Gives me 2 EDR. So this is lightning, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So then it would do 1 damage.
Yes. Wow.
Well, that
Nice.
still sucks, but all right. I go down.
Is that the basic light armor?
I believe
The
so.
no-
I found it in the
If-
news.
If it's just the normal light armor, then it's only 1 EDR.
Why did I write 2 EDR?
I don't. It could be like ancestry stuff. There could be other things for it, possibly, that could be making that a thing.
True.
For
I don't want
now,
to assume.
well, I say for now, we'll actually just trust it. We'll look it up later. So just 1 damage.
Okay.
That is hilarious. Okay, so yeah, you know when that happens, right? Okay, so you notice when that happens, it's like the second that the water kind of like leaves the river, there's like a visible, just like miniature, just like lightning bolt between your hands and the river as it's like, being taken out of the river. Yeah, it lights you up, man. Zaps you pretty good.
Ouch.
Could I possibly get a vial of this water for my alchemy set?
Absolutely. In doing so, you're gonna have to touch the water, of course.
All right. I'm going to say, is that a fate roll?
It definitely is, yeah. Surely we won't get another natural one.
Like you see him get zapped, and your first thought is, I want that.
Okay, 12 is
12?
much better. Okay, you are able to successfully extract the water in a little vial. Absolutely no issue.
Nice. It's because I got the equipment.
Got me there.
So I want to do the typical like alchemy tests on it, right? I want to swish it around in the bottle to see if it like lights up. I want to boil it down a little bit to see if it gets concentrated into something, like all the types of alchemy
Okay.
tests to see what the heck's going on.
Okay. That sounds good. I'm not even going to have you make a check. That's pretty specific stuff that you're able to do for that trade anyway. So the only thing you're going to notice is that it definitely has like higher metals in it than your average water. And it seems to have like an innate electrical charge a little bit to it as well. And I might even say there might be like a faint bit of weird like arcane energy hanging out in it too, but not as much as the other stuff.
Okay. I'll try to relay that to the whole party, and then just to like prove my point, I'm gonna just smash the bottle of water kind of like on the ground and see if anything happens.
Okay. When you do, okay, yeah, we'll make it fun and just kind of like for the thrill of it. When it does hit the ground, there's like little sparks of electricity as it kind of hits, just a little bit, nothing crazy, but it's like that's definitely not normal.
And then I'll point at that and be like, "That's electrolytes."
It's electrolyte. It's good to drink. Would you say so, Phoenix? It's
Yeah,
safe?
if you could get past the shocking aspect of it.
All the electrolytes. Oh no, we lost Cassidy.
Yeah.
Also, I looked up the armor thing. So I thought it was reduced by 2 because like armor points you can spend to customize it. It says 2, and then but that's how many points it costs to make it. But all it says is the armor grants elemental damage reduction. It doesn't say by a certain number. So would that be 1 by default?
Yes. Damage reduction now is always half. So rounded up. So unfortunately, you would still actually take 2 damage.
You had to look
So
it up.
the divided by 1.5 damage rounded up is 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you keep trying to avoid the damage?
If I wanted to avoid the damage, I wouldn't have looked it up.
Yeah.
That's true.
He's playing too fair here.
That's true.
Oh, he looked up taking damage. Okay.
Yeah.
But before we get, before I forget, you do have a D6 inspiration die for stuff in the future. Just reminding you now.
Oh, dang it. Yeah. Forget about that.
Anyway, not that I'd let you use that on a fate roll
What
anyway.
was that for again? I didn't know that was actually going to be a thing.
Oh yeah, no, that was for helping you.
Oh,
I was the hero.
Just being helpful. Yeah. So anyway, what are you guys doing with this whole river situation?
Well, since the river tastes like batteries, we should probably check to see what's going on.
It seems
Mana
that
batteries.
Mana batteries. It seems that it splits into like normal river, magic river, normal river. I feel like there might be something going on with like the midpoint. It's probably concentrated at the center is what my guess would be. But
or is it electric like everywhere?
It does seem like specifically the area where the water was pulled out, which is the part where it's like reverse flowing. Just, I don't know, imagine that's where you guys would be gravitating. That's the interesting part. So that part was where the water was pulled out and is weird for sure. So, at least that part's weird. Yeah.
I'll go try some of the water that's flowing normally.
Okay. You try it. Tastes totally fine. Doesn't taste metallic. Doesn't shock you in any way. Seems like, natural river water.
Some good water.
Is there anything important like nearby that is like out of place looking?
Good question. Go ahead and make either an awareness or investigation check. Whatever works better for you.
Okay, let me see which one I have more of. Ooh. Oh, okay. Never mind.
All right.
So I have an 8.
8. Okay. All right. You don't notice. Really, all you're seeing in the immediate area is there's like a few rocks here and there. And there's one spot up the river a little bit further where it seems like there's a few more trees around the river than anywhere else. But like that's it. You're really not seeing anything that is out of place in the immediate area in any way.
Guys, I feel like I'm gonna be useless this entire.
No.
You'll have your moment.
Okay.
Your rolls are already better than Ben's.
True.
you didn't get electrocuted.
Is there anything that's like living around us? Something alive like a plant or an animal that I might be able to try to talk to or grab?
For sure. There's always little things. There's some birds flying around here and there. I'd say maybe you see like a squirrel kind of hopping along the river, not too far away.
Okay.
And, a couple bushes here and there and things, for sure. A couple options.
Pretty much the closest thing I could find. I'd like to see if I can get it close to me.
Let's make it the squirrel.
Try to get its attention. Okay.
Yeah.
So just trying to grab the squirrel. What's the best option I got here? I could go with maybe survival or a nature check. Maybe.
Yeah, let's do either of those or animal, any of that. Even just like a grapple check. So like athletics even too. Any of those options.
Totally. And my animal's 4, so I'm going to give that a try.
All right. Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Okay. Look at that. Natural 20 to grab a squirrel. So basically it's hilariously druidic that you like see the squirrel and it like feels that you're trying to like communicate with it somehow. So it's like it's chomping on an acorn, right? And it just kind of like stops and just like stands up straight for a second and then just like slowly turns its head towards you as you're kind of like walking towards it. And it literally just kind of like really calmly just like trots up to you and just like sits in front of you. Like this thing is so chill. It's like, oh, a friend. It's just like sitting there right in front of you, basically.
I don't really have too good of a way to talk to specifically squirrels, but I can talk to plants and spiders.
Okay.
I would probably try to point at the water and see like his reaction,
Okay, fun.
Scary stuff over there. Are they even getting close to it? Stuff like that.
Okay, yeah. So you kind of point at it and it kind of like looks at you like confused a little bit, it gives you like the head tilt, like what? But it kind of, I don't know. You just rolled so well with the animal check that we're gonna make this fun. So it kind of like runs upstream a little bit to the spot that's weird, where it's like flowing in reverse, and the squirrel literally like stands up and like points at it, and he's just like, and plays dead, and then stands back up.
Okay, and I'll look around for maybe like a nut or something, see if I can give him like a snack and be like, that was a great performance.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. You find a couple acorns hiding on the ground and yeah, he grips them up, loves them.
Okay.
Did you say the squirrel pointed at the reverse part or the still part?
Yeah, the reverse part, the weird part.
The extra weird part. Okay.
And I'll turn to the party and say, he says it's all safe. We can probably swim in there.
Is that what you got from it?
I'm a druid, I know.
I was just thinking that too. Like, who's the druid here?
I have a pretty bad experience with my first interaction with the water.
So you want us to go in there?
No.
No.
Maybe.
Not safe.
We should maybe see if we can't find another clue. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do anything with this here unless somebody wants to drink the whole river. It's not a big port.
Quick.
So sounds like a worthy sacrifice. I'm just not willing to make that sacrifice. Just not that thirsty today. Drink
There's
the
a
river
village
spine.
nearby, too, right?
Yes, there is. I'm sorry, I just realized I'm recording the wrong window, which is fine. It's just going to be annoying. I'm going to try to fix it real quick if I can. It might take a second, though. What? What do you
can
mean?
walk on this water, can't you?
I can. I mean, that's the same thing as touching him. Maybe it'll shock me a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think we have rubber soles.
There we go. Okay, now the recording window's better. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, you guys should drink it some more or swim in it or something. No, I'm just kidding. Totally kidding.
Yeah, guys, let's keep touching.
DM told us.
Totally kidding. That was just for a joke.
Well, Phoenix wants me to walk on the water now.
Oh, well.
But you're able to, all I'm saying. Your call.
Freeze the
That's all we're
water.
saying.
See if the water
True.
freezes. She should use her ice magic.
Okay.
Wait, what
I
happened?
didn't think of
Sorry.
that.
You want me to freeze the water?
Yeah. See if it freezes before I walk. I mean, then we could all walk on it.
Valid. Okay.
That sounds like a great plan.
I would like to freeze the water.
Okay. Go ahead and go ahead and make a spell casting check. Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Amazing. Okay. All right. So you kind of like lean down. You look the weird part that's flowing wrong. You freeze it. And you literally just like reach down, just kind of put your hands out. The water begins to freeze. Even though flowing, just like freezes over solid almost all the way through to like down through the river to the point that it's 100% walkable in that area without issue. Also, when you do that, you hear like in the distance, just like some loud like wooden pops or creaks, almost like a tree falling sound or something like that, like way farther down the river.
Okay. Farther down the river, as in that cluster of trees that you were talking about?
Yes, definitely seems to be that area.
Guys, we should go over there.
That makes sense.
We
Can
should
I
investigate?
chip away a little bit of this ice before we go?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'd say without too
Like,
much
is it
issue.
movable now?
Yeah.
Okay. Just about like a glass's worth of ice cubes.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, that sounds good. Your container might get wet after a while. I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, that's no issue at all. Are you guys just going right over to the sound right away from there? Are you doing any more testing?
I'm good to
I
go.
think I'm fine with going to this.
Okay. So basically you just keep following the river down a little ways. You pass by the squirrel again and he gives like a cute little like a wave thing as you're going by. But otherwise you make it to this. Yeah, he looks at you like you're a freak and he's just like what? Yeah, freaked out by it. And so it's not long. You make it to this little bushel of trees, this outcropping of trees there. And you notice something, that the river kind of goes down in a spot here. And hiding behind the trees, you didn't even realize in this area, there's a quite large wooden building that looks like this. Yeah, just a big old, outcropping basically. And then just like around this area, you're realizing that it's like actually kind of weird how this whole area is just like there's trees and it's a lot more like lushly green here by the mill.
Maybe I should have brought Glub. He could have spoke to that squirrel.
Right.
Does he have that ability?
Yes, it comes out as sacrifice, though.
He has to sacrifice the squirrel and then speak to the dead. No.
No, not that. Glub he wanted to kill an innocent squirrel.
Squirrel's sitting in front of Alex, and a Glub just comes up.
And then resurrects it to speak to it, basically.
I'll get answers.
We'll find out exactly what's going on. Okay, yeah, so you guys, you stumble upon this big old water mill, just hiding in this bushel of trees, and the river kind of like goes from where it was directly down into this densely, like foliage area, whatever those words are. And yeah, you come upon this weird thing, but you notice that you hear the really loud wooden creak again, and it's the water wheel. First off, some of the stuff looks like it's like recently, like a lot of it has newer wood on it, but the water wheel itself, every now and then, it like starts to turn and then just like cracks and squeaks like really loudly and kind of like reverts to where it was and like keeps turning, and that basically just keeps happening slowly. It's making a whole bunch of racket, and that was what the sound was, as far as you can tell.
I say we knock it down.
You already broke it enough, did you not?
What, me?
I mean, you froze the river, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah. How did I not
Yeah.
put 2 and 2 together that the wheel was connected to the literal river that's right by it?
I mean, we can finish breaking it, just destroy the evidence. If it belongs to somebody, we could get in trouble for this. I mean, you.
Yeah.
I just want to break something, but we'll give it a...
To be
I'm
fair,
interested.
this may not be broken because of her.
Oh.
The water was already
Yeah.
kind of messed
Wait,
up.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's nothing she did. We'll go with that.
I'm thinking about maybe
Just
seeing if there's any occupants inside of this building here.
And let's make
Let's
sure
give
this
the
is
door a
unknown.
knock.
See if anybody owns this domicile.
All right.
It's abandoned. We're in the clear.
Exactly.
So you can definitely see through a lot of the windows, and it seems like just a big abandoned empty mill. Like there's what looks to be what was like a little living area and like a halfway kitchen thing and a bed, and it's just like one big open area basically, but all of that looks quite old and dust covered, and you also see that there's like a front door, of course, too, but you're seeing all that through the windows.
Looks pretty abandoned here. I shout into the house. Anybody there?
You wait a while, no response.
I'll squeak into the house. Like
You hear a couple
Hello,
other
Rat.
squeaks. You do hear a couple other
Oh.
squeaks, yeah. And you notice
Nice.
that there are a few rats. There's like one that jumps up on a counter and just kind of like runs around a little bit and then jumps back down on the ground. So you venture to guess there's a few rats living in this place.
See, you should have talked to the squirrel.
I could have.
Yeah, right.
It's not much of a rat, but I guess it sort of is.
It's just a pretty rat.
Better looking
You
rat.
did such a good job at talking to it, though. I probably would have said something offensive. Probably wouldn't have liked me. But these rats.
So should we go like mess with the rat?
Hey,
Keep on
might as
wanting
well.
to attack the innocent creatures.
I didn't say attack. I said mess with them. Like see what's up.
Like tickle
Just
them.
chase them around. Yeah, can I try to approach one of these rats?
Yes.
Get it to approach me?
Yeah. So if you're going in, just like, how do you want to go about it? You just gonna crawl through one of the windows, or do you want to go over to the door? What do you want to do?
I'll try to dive roll through the window.
Okay,
I
awesome.
don't know about everybody else, but
Try
It's
to go
not-
through the
It's
door.
not too much work, and you're a monk. I gotta give it to you. So you managed to very swiftly, like, just dive right through the window and do a, smooth somersault. You're in, easy peasy.
I'll just scan my surroundings a little bit.
Make an awareness check.
Okay. Awareness check.
You're the first
I'll
one
let
in
you
there.
guys know if it's safe enough. That was bad. That was real bad. I don't think my awareness is okay. +3, so 7.
Okay,
It's a poor vision.
it looks oddly the same as before you went in. You really don't notice anything out of the ordinary. You're like, yes, this is what I saw.
Safe enough, guys. Jump through the window.
I'll see if I can head on in. I'll just go through the window, but nowhere near as gracefully.
Perfect. Sounds good. You're in.
Kind of like one leg in a.
Maybe,
Takes the front
maybe
door.
I'll like wait outside. Maybe someone needs to like keep watch.
Okay, sounds good. Adelie's waiting outside. Phoenix is taking the front door like a normal person.
Yeah, it's usually necessary for a robbery.
All right, let's see how this goes. As the door opens, everyone make an awareness check.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. And what's my bonus? I get really
There
good
we go.
awareness.
That's a proper roll this time.
Okay.
It's not the way I wanted to do it last time, but I clicked on it, so I'm like, that's the roll. A 4.
Okay. Okay.
If my awareness, mine becomes a 22.
22.
Mine's
That was literally
9.
the target. 22 was the target to see this
Oh.
otherwise very hidden thing. So when you open the door, and it makes sense that it's Phoenix too. That's actually great. Okay. So Phoenix, when you open the front door, you swear you're expecting like, creaky door, creaky floorboards, and you do get that, but you swear you hear like a little bell somewhere when you open the door.
Oh, you guys hear that bell? When I
Y'all
opened
hear
this
that?
door, there's definitely a bell that rang. Can I decipher if it came from like an upper or lower part of the mill, or where?
I'm gonna say right now with the one ring, you can't tell.
I'll probably
Close the door.
say you're just hearing things from the last adventure. There's not a Frogger everywhere.
Yeah, you do sound
Classic.
a little paranoid.
Whoa, the gaslighting. I don't
If we
know.
were
something's
gaslighting
off
you,
about
you'd
this
catch on
place.
fire.
I just say we should tread carefully. What did the bell mean for the ogre again?
Frogger, that was the
Frogger.
hag
Wasn't that how
hypnotizing you.
How she
Yeah.
controlled us? Yeah, that's scary. Hopefully it's not another hag.
To be fair, though,
can't escape.
our seafaring friend said it was sirens or something like that. So maybe this is the real siren.
Oh yeah.
Could be sirens. All right, well, what are we doing?
Good question.
I didn't
I'm
hear no
gonna
bell.
move the door again just to see if I can replicate.
Okay.
I'm tuning my ears for it too. Really trying to.
Okay. You already unlocked it once. Unlocked the instance, not the door. So I'm gonna say when you close the door and reopen it, you hear the bell again.
All right,
Very
yeah, there's
subtly.
definitely a bell. Definitely a bell.
It's just their doorbell.
I might
I
have
hear no
heard
bell.
something. Try it one more time.
Phoenix does it again.
Okay.
Like my
the,
ears are good, my eyes.
the third
are
time
good.
you're all listening super hard. The third time you actually do hear it, and it sounds like it's coming from below you.
Are there any like doors that look like they might lead to the basement or stairs? Anything?
So you don't see anything suggesting like an obvious entrance to a lower level or anything like that. But go ahead and make an investigation check.
Get a 4 bonus. Oh, that's 10.
10. You're looking around. You're looking for stairs or something like that. Any other doors? There's really nothing, there's nothing obviously visible.
Can we cut a hole in the floor?
You certainly.
Is it like floor or wood?
It is wood, and a lot of it's really old wood. So like there's definitely parts where you could cut or maybe even just straight up break the boards to see below them possibly.
Okay.
Worked so well last time, freezing stuff.
Right. That does cause an explosion too.
That sounds perfect.
We're freezing. You're having me freeze and explode the boards.
You don't have to.
I will.
have to solve all our problems.
Well, first of all, let me come inside first. I'm still outside hanging out.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe we should have left her out there to guard things.
That's funny. Okay.
It's fine.
There's one spot you all see specifically that's kind of like towards the middle of the building, where a few of the floorboards look especially old and worn out, and that definitely seems like your easiest shot to make this thing happen.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna make sure to stand back,
Okay.
away from wherever she's aiming.
All right. Fair enough. Let's have Adelie make a spellcasting check.
Can I help by like lining out the target with like flower that grows out of my druid domain or something?
Sure. That sounds good. Even like maybe even pry apart the floorboards
So
a little bit
cool.
with the domain. Absolutely. Cool. Yeah. So go ahead and make your spellcasting check and then add a D8 from help from Varan. Oh, nice. 17 plus 8. Is that right? Dang. Okay. That's definitely enough. All right. So let's see here. Basically, there's like a little spot where Varan, you have like a bunch of like roots and things just kind of grow through the floorboards a little bit, spacing them out, making them like even more rigid. And then Adelie, you literally just kind of like, you just punch an ice hole through the floorboards, and they pretty much just like explode. And as soon as they do, you hear wood just like clatter on stone and stuff. And immediately you hear a voice also, and the voice is just like, whoa, take it easy.
Why didn't you answer when we called earlier?
Just someone lives here.
Well, because what do you think? What do you mean? Under arrest? What have I done?
What are we hiding from?
I guess we never announced who we were.
Oh,
In this little hole, you see that there's this like there's this like it'd be like a deep gnome. So it's like a very dark gray skinned gnome, and he's built himself a whole like huge tinkering workshop under this mill. And yeah, so you just see like the wooden floorboards just like clatter across a bunch of his stuff and break some glass beakers and everything else. And he's just like, what did I do to deserve this even?
We apologize.
He just kind of looks at you just like,
Are you familiar with what's going on with the water here?
what familiar? Of course I'm familiar. I'm experimenting. Are
you causing this?
you familiar with what's going on with the water?
Yeah, that's why we're here.
Tastes awful.
Oh, well, that's what happens if you put an arcane battery in water. Doesn't taste very
Why
good.
did you do that?
Oh, well, I'm trying to do something, but somehow the water wheel got broken, and who even are you?
We're the Radiant Vanguard, and we've come to put an end to the river flowing weirdly. What are you doing?
He's like, the Radiant, what? Whatever. I'm fine. Just don't hurt me. I'll tell you what I'm doing. So I'm working on a means of potential planar travel in an instantaneous format.
Like teleportation?
Yes, exactly. Just like that.
Okay. So how far?
Pretty far.
How far does this teleport work?
Oh, so you'll see well, maybe you won't see. I don't know. If you were to look at the way that the water wheel's working right now, you would see that the water is being displaced from the river to a trough that leads into the top of the water wheel. The water wheel's spinning. I am currently at this moment teleporting the water from the river to the water wheel and powering my devices to continue to do that in a loop, and it's amazing. But obviously now that's not working.
Oh yeah, weird stuff going on down there. It's getting really cold by like that area. I'm sure it'll fix itself soon.
Yeah.
Give it time.
He's like, I don't have time. I've spent my whole life on this. It's finally beginning to work, and now I've hit the biggest roadblock possible. I don't even understand what's happening.
What are you trying to do with this teleportation anyway? Like,
oh, well, this is just a test. Can you imagine how quickly a caravan could travel, even from one entire region to another? It'd be instant. It'd be amazing.
He's a drug dealer?
Just like, I did like caravan. Have you seen a caravan? They carry more than drugs. They're just like wagons, basically.
Oh, okay. That's on me. I'm sorry. Are you sure? Are you sure you're not a drug dealer?
I'm very sure.
Shady
No shady. I don't know. You seem to think this is shady. Maybe it's shady. I don't think it is. But no drug dealing. Though it would make drug dealing significantly easier for some that would be interested in that or something. I imagine. Like
That's
anything.
problematic.
It's just a tool. You know, tools can be used to make things or destroy things. Like this hammer. And he holds up a hammer.
I whisper to Varan, do you think we can trust this person?
I don't know. He's giving me some weird vibes, but it doesn't feel like he's. You know, I used to deal with a bunch of his kind back where I came from, and they're always a little bit crafty. So we'll see. Let's hope he keeps his craftiness to his trinkets.
You see him, you know, when you're done whispering, he's got his like back turned to you, just like rapidly doing something on a counter. And he just like turns around and he's got these crazy bug-eyed glasses on as he turns around, making his eyes 3 times bigger than they should be. And he just like blows bubbles. He's like, look at this serum I've made. It makes excellent bubbles.
Makes bubble serum. That's pretty cool.
What, do the bubbles do anything?
No.
Is it
I mean, they're just bubbles.
water?
I just didn't want to interrupt while you were talking.
I love him.
All right. I think I might run down to the ice and maybe use my fire ring to melt it a bit quicker.
All right.
I'll let him teleport me if he wants.
Whoa, shoot.
Human testing? Is it safe for human testing?
Right
I'm glad
away.
to watch all these experiments.
This guy right away is just like, oh, are you serious? Well, all right, fine. Sounds good. Here we go. So all you got to do is you stand on this little giant metal ring that I have on the floor here. And he like throws a rug off the ground. And he's like, right here, under this rug. I wasn't hiding it or anything. It's just, I wanted to keep the dust off it. This seems weirder than it is. But you would just stand there. And if this works, you will just teleport to that spot of the river where I'm pulling the water from. It's probably going to work.
Probably. Ooh. Okay.
You already signed up for it.
Yeah, but like, where do I go if it doesn't work?
Yes, you'll find out.
Yeah,
I would say we'll learn anything.
I would say I would heal you, but I don't know how I'm going to help you in the meantime.
Let's just do it.
All right, excellent. I'm so excited. I can't wait. Okay, so you stand here. And he kind of like, you know, runs over to you. He's really only up to like your hip. I mean, I don't know. How tall is Adelie?
The penguin-born gnome.
Oh, yeah, I guess maybe not that tall, actually.
40.
Okay, fair enough. You're almost the same height, actually. So it's about the same. So, yeah, he kind of just like runs over and just like places you on the ring. Basically, he's just like, okay, right here. This is the spot. Stand right there. All right, I just have to turn around to do this. And he runs back over to the counter, just like hobbling back and forth until he gets there. And you hear just like a bunch of like crazy metal whirring sounds, and he's just like turning some knobs. And he looks back and he's like, all right, I think it's time. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's do this. Cassidy, give me a fate roll.
None of that.
What was the last roll? Was it the 12? Is it the 12?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. 12's not too bad. All right. So for like a brief moment, he's like, okay, here we go. And like he flicks a switch thing or something. And basically your vision, you just like see everyone in front of you and they're just like completely freeze. Like time just like stops for a second and you're just like standing on the ring and you're just kind of like looking around. And then finally your vision just goes like black and then is completely replaced. You're just like standing in a field that has just like this huge stone wall around it. And you see in the distance just like this absolutely massive dragon just like swooping down towards that field. And just like this plume of fire is just like flying towards you. And then it's like your eyes open again and you're back in the mill. And they're just like, I guess it didn't work.
Well, thank goodness, but like, what was that?
What was what? And you guys saw nothing happen. It was like the switch flipped and just like nothing. And you're just like, didn't work.
Tell us what happened.
Guys, there was literally like a dragon and there was fire and I thought I was gonna die.
You teleport back home to Ozzy?
Yeah, was it our dragon or?
No, it was like a scary dragon. It was like not a good time.
Like it was trying to kill you kind of dragon. Ozzy wouldn't do
Yes,
that.
they would never.
He would never.
I guess
Unless you were threatening him, I couldn't guarantee. You weren't
I
threatening
say we
him,
kill
right?
this little guy for trying to kill me.
he's like, whoa, hold on, wait. I wasn't trying to kill you, or my name isn't Jasper. By the way, my name is Jasper.
For that.
Jasper, that is messed up what you did to me.
I didn't. All I tried to do was teleport you to the river. I clearly it didn't work. That's all there is to it.
Is there a dragon?
I know.
down by
I guess
the
it's not
river?
your fault. But yeah, there's a dragon by the river, guys.
Is there a dragon down there? That
And
we
he's just like,
should
by the way,
worry
is
about?
that really what happened? There was really a dragon and fire and all that?
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
Wow, that's
Has anyone else teleported before?
Absolutely not. No.
Knowing
Not-
crazy.
Not once. Not even a single time. He's just like rapidly writing something down in like a journal of his now, and he's just like, dragon, fire, almost died, scared, possibly chicken. Closes the book.
So, did she actually like move for us at all, or was like she still there?
Oh yeah, no, it was literally like nothing happened. It was like she just stood there on the ring, the flip was switched, and then nothing even happened.
It's so weird. So I didn't even teleport, basically. I just like hallucinated.
You didn't move.
I like tweaked out.
See, I think what happened is we created two Adelays for a very brief moment. And then after that brief moment, the dragon ended it.
Like the prestige.
Jasper's like, oh, you might be right. I'm gonna write that down too. Possibly two Adelays. One possibly very dead.
Oh my gosh. Now I'm kind of sad for the other one, though.
You want to go back and double check?
Better her than you.
No, but can we just have a mourning for her when we get back home?
And I'm sure we can find a body somewhere, like as an honorary stand-in dead body.
All we need is just a moment of silence will do. We don't need to find some random body.
Just doesn't have the same effect for me though.
Okay.
There must be a body.
Like it's your ceremony. You do what you want, but
But there will be a body there.
we can.
It's your funeral.
Yeah.
So did Phoenix go to the river then?
Yeah, I don't know. Did you, Phoenix? Is that what happened?
Well, I thought the river needed to be moving for the teleportation to be powered, but kind of already had. I don't know. I ran down to the river, so
Okay.
so
Defrosted some ice.
Okay, so we'll say like right about now. Well, I mean, the river's not too far away, so like right about now, you guys are chatting for a while. Jasper's writing stuff down, whatever. Right about now, you hear the water wheel begin turning correctly outside. It just sounds like a normal, like rotating water wheel. You hear some water pouring out of it, and Jasper kind of like runs over to the wall, like the brick wall, and looks like he's just like looking into the wall, but there's a very small hole there that he's just like looking out of, and he's like, oh, it's working. Maybe the teleportation did work.
Oh. So should we try again?
Yeah, oh yeah.
You should definitely try again. Yes.
You take another swing at that.
I've got
Okay.
my journal out, my glasses on. I'm already recording too.
Okay, we'll try it one more time. But if I'm back with the dragon, I'm gonna freak out.
Okay. All right.
That sounds pretty cool.
Pulls you back over to the ring, and he's like, I can't wait. This is it. This is all of my work has come to this moment. It's going to be amazing. Here we go. Hope you're ready to make history. Flips the switch again. This time, it's kind of the same thing where like time seems to completely stop for you for a moment, and you're just kind of like standing on the ring waiting, and you wait even longer until finally it's like literally like your eye, it's not even a blink. It's just instantly you're looking at Phoenix at the river. Just like boom, there you are. Time resumes. Phoenix, you see Adelie just like appear in front of you, basically. Like literally.
I'm screaming too. I'm like, how did that even work?
What are
I'm
you
kissing
doing
the ground
here?
though. Thank God I'm not with that dragon.
Interestingly, those of you still in the mill, there's like a half translucent, like spectral version of Adelie standing on the ring.
What?
And it's just like completely unmoving, and it slowly like turns its head to actually look at you all and then disappears.
Ew, that's scary. I'm sorry you guys had to see that.
You killed her this time.
Does
That looked like
He's like,
death
oh
to
no,
me.
I hope I didn't. I don't think that's what happened, but sometimes when things teleport, supposedly, theoretically, they'll have some sort of temporal after image, and I think maybe that's what that was, and she's still alive, probably, hopefully.
Better not have been a ghost, because I don't want to have an actual ceremony when we get back. Just
it looked like I don't know, man. It looked like a textbook soul deletion to me.
it's
like, oh, no.
Guys,
good.
no!
Oh no! Runs over, starts anxiously blowing bubbles. Right about now, you hear a lot of creaking coming from the water wheel itself. Water is like being rapidly displaced from the river and just like slamming onto the water wheel. So like differently, but all of you are noticing this regardless of where you are. So like those by the river, you can hear the water wheel is just like rapidly turning in the distance. Obviously those in the mill, you can definitely tell that's happening. It's like, it seems like the water wheel is just gonna like bust off of its hinges and just like explode or run away or something crazy. And Jasper's kind of like looking around and he's just like, uh-oh, maybe that's her ghost trying to seek revenge or something. And he just seems super freaked out. And he's like, I'm getting out of here. And he quickly...
Yeah, you might want to. Everything I know about her should be vengeful.
That's true. She's coming for you.
Basically just rapidly stacks up some boxes and just like climbs through a little like secret door thing that he's got that you guys unfortunately didn't notice. But he's like busts open that secret door and climbs out. And he's like, all right, sorry if I killed your friend. I'm leaving.
I start gathering all of his equipment.
You're just robbing him.
I was feeling he abandoned it.
That's fair. As you're doing that, the water wheel, you notice the water wheel busts off of its hinges, the thing's holding it there, and just like slams into the mill itself, and the place is immediately just starting to collapse.
I'll grab as many things as I can.
I'll try to help him grab anything he might not see it.
Okay, sounds good. It's definitely dangerous, but you can try it.
Yep.
All right, perfect.
Got to be going for it.
Okay, let's have Varan make an agility or trickery check with a D8 help die.
Nice.
Perfect.
I guess trickery is agility, isn't it? Oh,
Yep.
nice.
There we go. So that's 15 with a D8 help die.
Okay, bring it up to 17. Okay,
Yes.
pretty good. Okay. I will say that you are able to sweep up several of like the schematics and even like mechanisms that's part of this whole teleportation stuff or whatever, just because that's where you were standing at the time. That's really all you feel safe grabbing, but you do manage to swipe up just a whole like couple of armfuls of things, bits and bobs and papers and all kinds of stuff. And then this place is rapidly collapsing, and you're noticing that water is like pouring through all the cracks at this point, and the water that's making it into the mill, despite all of the dust and wood falling down, the water is just kind of like levitating in the air and like slowly rising. But this place is gonna completely collapse or like explode or something crazy any minute, like any second, really.
Okay. Yeah, we should probably get out of here. Get my hands full of just about everything I can, even if I don't understand what it is. I'm grabbing it. And so, was there an easy way out? You said the wheel bashed against the wall and kind of started bringing things down.
Yes.
I would assume maybe there's a hole there.
There definitely is just a big old hole in the side of the building now. that the wheel is like halfway in the building, and there's a lot of wall that's just like exposed that you could go out. It's probably the quickest way out.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just head out that way, try to go as fast as I can.
I'm gonna try
With
to
full hands.
see if there's a window still open, if there's any windows.
There absolutely is. You could quickly hop up the same boxes the gnome used to escape without issue, and just like dive out a window. So no problem there.
That's my game plan.
Okay, sounds good. So you guys do exactly that. You manage to make it out of the mill itself. In the distance, Phoenix and Adelie, you can tell that there's a mess happening over here. Were you making your way over here, or what are you doing?
I run down toward the mill to see if I can assist in any way. Although I don't know what I might be able to do.
Okay, sounds good. So right about the time that you guys are getting to the mill, you notice that the mill itself is like completely collapsed in on itself. You see Varan and Thwack. You did escape. Where are you guys at? Are you like hanging out on the river? Are you hanging out like finally up on the, safe part of the land there?
Pretty much probably just heading to where I would assume Phoenix would be, and I'm hoping Adelie too.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Following Varan.
Okay, cool. So basically you see the mill collapse, and then you guys all kind of like meet eyes actually there, and are able to reconvene without issue. And right about at this point, the mill straight up, like anything that wasn't imploded on itself, just explodes. And there's just like arcane madness happening from the basement area. And yeah, the mill just like explodes. There's wood flying everywhere. And quickly taking its place, you notice that there's just like the water of the river is insanely enraged. And it just kind of like pulls up into this like water spout tornado vortex thing happening. And in this vortex, you see now basically just born from the absolute chaotic magic of this situation is a large water elemental.
Okay, right.
Yeah. And it looks a little something like that. Basically, this thing is just like this crazy humanoid looking thing. And it's just got this like bright orb of glowing, like just like spiraling arcane mana mess in its chest area. Yeah. Okay. And at that, we should totally take a break. Okay. Are you guys ready to do whatever happens here?
I'm ready.
Elemental, befriend an elemental? Who knows? Anything's possible now.
That's right.
I've seen that Pixar movie.
What element?
That is the thing, isn't it? I forgot about that. Okay. All right. Here we go. So as this thing appears, it is a very terrifying. It's made of just like a constant flowing water. There's a very obvious like arcane concentration in its chest area there. And it's just like, it seems just crazy. It's got like little bits of like electricity kind of just like arcing around its body here and there. And it looks like it's just like panicked. Like its body's just kind of like moving like super fast. It's just being weird. But it immediately like sees all of you and seems to immediately want to just like rush right at you. So like this thing's kicking off right away. It doesn't seem to, and it just seems like chaos embodied in arcane water basically. So this thing's kicking off right away, and I'm going to need initiative rolls from everyone.
Nice.
Sticking with the 0.9.5, so agility plus combat mastery.
Yep. Should be on your character sheet.
Yes.
Yikes.
Agility plus combat master?
Yeah.
The agility
Minus
stat
6.
or the...
The agility stat, yeah.
Okay.
We can do this.
Wow.
Okay, my combat mastery does not have a number next to it. I will say that.
Combat mastery's 1.
Oh, okay. That would be 8.
All right, let's do this. So top to bottom here, Thwack, Adelie, right? Good. I'm going to try the turn order tracker thing here.
That's new.
Was
Then
that 3
Phoenix and
twos
Alex
in
are
a
on
row?
the same one.
I rolled a 6.
I got a 2.
Dang.
Oh, just a 2, actually. Okay.
Yep, mine's just straight up a 2.
Okay. I know the numbers. Okay, so yours is a 2. Oops, I did Alex instead of Rand. Like an idiot.
Who's that guy?
Right. I'm saying. Okay. You got a 2. Eric, yours was what? 9 total?
Yeah,
Adelie, what was
Not
yours total?
great.
8, right?
That's what I heard.
7
Okay.
or from combat mastery, that would be 8, right?
Your combat mastery should be 1, and then you add your agility to that.
Oh, agility! I thought we were doing just like the 4.
No.
Okay.
Nope, that's
so
your
that's 5.
save.
Oh,
5.
okay. So I'm 5.
Okay, can I do that? Does
Then-
that work? Yeah. All right. Cool. Now the turn order's up. Can you? Yeah, you guys can move the turn order. All right. Cool. Good. No! Please tell me it saved. Okay. Good. All right. Here we go. So, sadly, you did not beat the encounter DC.
What?
Yeah, I know. So this thing is going to go first, unfortunately. Now, what does that mean for you guys? So, basically, what's going to happen here is this thing is going to it's going to do a bunch of crazy stuff right off the bat here. So it's going to see you guys, immediately starts moving towards you. And it looks like it's just like, it's just like welling. You see the arcane energy in its chest just kind of glow a bit brighter. And it kind of just reaches its hands out to the river and literally just like pulls just like spiraling torrents of water out of the river. And it is going to basically just like spawn these just like rotating just vortex messes of things. It's literally just like a water tornado, basically.
Like a spell?
Yes,
Or ability?
it's definitely some spell stuff going on.
Can it be challenged as a spell duel?
It absolutely could be. Sorry, while we're figuring that out, I'm going to try to make this thing actually visible like it's supposed to be.
Did you say spell duel?
Yeah,
Yes.
boy.
Just picturing like Harry Potter and Voldemort.
You better betcha.
Yep, that's pretty much what's going on here. Okay, so spell duel. What is it? You spend a mana and an action point or 2 action points in a mana or something?
I'm looking for it right now. I don't exactly know the mechanics of it too well.
Same. I should totally learn it because it's like one of the coolest things ever, and to be able to just do it on the fly is going to be great. All right, 2 AP, 1 or more MP.
Okay.
And then you literally just contested spell checks. If you succeed, the spell straight up fails. If the elemental succeeds, the spell goes off as normal. If you tie, there's a wild magic thing that happens.
All right, let's do it. I'm going to be charging up a poison bolt the same time he's charging up this water torrent. And I'm just going to try to match it at the exact same time.
Okay, sounds good. So like the second that he's like bringing this thing to fruition, you're kind of like pinpointing the center of the torrent that he's making. Let's do this, brother. Let's do this. I'm going to keep the bonuses hidden for now. Okay, he got an 18
11.
total.
I definitely lost.
All right, unfortunately, but now you know this thing is a spell and can be challenged. So he makes this crazy tornado thing, and he's going to spend the rest of his action points to, you see him literally just kind of like pulling this thing across the land at this point. Like he's just like commanding it, essentially. And he's going to move it directly over to you guys. Oop, right there. Okay, now, in doing so, the second this thing touches the 3 of you, you are just assaulted by insanely powerful wind and water, just like smashing into you. And it will be an attack roll against AD. With a total of 17 against area defense.
All right, that's
Okay.
a heavy hit on me.
That was almost a heavy hit on me.
Okay. The base damage of this torrent is 2 damage.
So I take 3 damage.
It is 100% elemental damage, if there's any resistances from anyone.
Oh,
Nice.
all right, I took 2 damage. This thing is rude.
Okay, changing the song. Okay, all right. That is everything this thing seems to do right away. Yes. So its turn is done. We can either go with the actual turn order, or we can switch it up however you guys want to. I'll leave it to Eric to decide first, at least, though.
Wait, was I first?
Yeah, you got a high roll.
Sadly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll go first if y'all want me to. I'm ready to charge at this thing. I don't like that very much. What it just did to me. It hurt. All right. So, did that technically count as a turn there then? You
Yeah.
started
Oh, yeah.
with
Its
that?
turn is
Okay.
done. It will be all of you guys before it repeats again.
I was just wondering because Cobra Stance will give me +1 damage with a melee martial attack if the creature did damage to me since the start of my last turn.
Oh, yeah. That counts. Yep, that counts.
That would okay. Just making sure before
Yep.
I'm gonna swap in my Cobra Stance and like a little snake.
Okay.
All right, I'm just gonna charge at it. Does it cost any extra movement to move out of this vortex?
It does not. You are able to move out of it without difficult terrain issues.
All right. Is it difficult terrain like if I were to try to move like in it more or around it?
No,
Okay.
that'd be
Double
cool,
check
but
it.
I have a feeling it's going to be insanely complex if we do that later. So I'm going to say no.
All right. Let's see how many squares I gotta move. 3, 4. I think I have to use 2 AP. Go back here.
Dang it. The creature had 1 AP left. I messed it up.
How many once you
You're saving
go
it to
back
throw us off.
Yeah, I haven't really done anything yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Okay. I guess I'll spend 2 AP to get close to it. Right up in its face. I guess I'll attack it, and then can I use my last AP to give myself advantage?
Absolutely.
Alright. I'm gonna do that then.
Sounds good.
So I'll just do...
Now, well,
Okay, I'm glad I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. all right.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Really?
Whatever.
Okay. So you run up. Yeah, you run up to this thing and you try to hit it. And you know what? Narratively, I'm going to say narratively, not mechanically, but like you do hit it, but your fist literally just goes right through it and displaces the water like little at all. And it just like refreshes itself without issue whatsoever, which may be alluding to something else with that miss technically. But dang, that's your whole turn?
Yeah.
Heck.
Adley, I'm gonna need you to freeze this guy. That's my turn. I can't do anything. Well, I could move away from it, but I'm not gonna do that.
You could. Yep.
I could.
So Phoenix would be next. Phoenix, are you happy with where you are in the turn order, or would you like to delay
I'm fine
your
with
turn?
going next.
Okay, all right. What do you do in this mess?
Okay. Well, first things first, I'm gonna get out of the tornado vortex zone here. So I'm going to move. What's my speed again? I think it's 5. Let me double check. Yeah, 5. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces down here, and then I'm going to mark the creature with Hunter Strike using a stamina
I'll definitely
point.
try my best.
Or let's see here. And next, I'm going to shoot an arrow at it and hope for the best. Actually, I'm gonna shoot my my special dragon claw arrow.
All
It
right.
packs a bit more of a punch.
Does.
So let me roll for that. Oh no!
What we are.
Okay.
that's so good, guys.
What is it
take-
doing to us?
You take the shot.
So
The arrow
Yeah, it's
kind of just like hits the thing, but just gets lost in its form and is kind of kicked out at like the riverbank in front of it there.
that's where it is. Okay.
Yep.
Dang it! I am going to let me see. So that's 2 actions and 1 stamina.
I wasn't listening. Did you say that you hunters marked it?
Yeah, I Hunter's Mark. Yeah, I think I said Hunter's Strike, but I meant Hunter's Mark.
Then you have advantage on
So
that
that's
roll.
advantage.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You
Thank
got
goodness.
this.
I
You
forgot
got
that
this.
was the thing.
So the arrow
Give
is
me something
not
better
yet
than
lost.
a 2.
I
Not yet.
believe in you.
It's a 10. It's
Yeah,
a
that's
10.
better.
The 10 does not
All
hit,
single
unfortunately.
digits.
I'm sorry.
Congrats.
I am so sorry. The 10 does not hit. Maybe.
You're right. Absolutely right.
All right.
Okay, now the arrow's
Well-
kicked out where I said.
Now it's over there. Dang it. Well, I'm just going to use my other action points to recall it before I forget that it's in the mud.
Okay.
And then my final action will just be to dodge.
Okay. Sounds good. Smart. Okay. Adelie, you are up. Hopefully, y'all are not cooked. I fear the lag has gotten the best of her.
It might have.
City there.
Hear me?
We
Kinda.
hear bits and pieces every now and then.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, we
I
got
don't
you.
know what's wrong with this. I'm sorry.
You're good. We got you.
Okay, I'm gonna move for one thing.
Okay.
And then could I try what's like something that could potentially freeze this thing? Would that be like sorcery?
Yeah, you could try some stuff like that. Let's see. If you want to try to use sorcery to freeze this thing up a little bit, I would say at the very least, there could be some hidden benefits to that, but it's not going to be easy. So I would say the target is going to be a little higher at probably like an 18.
Oh goodness.
It's your call. Or you can just
Okay.
try to, do whatever.
If I use my extra AP to like boost it up, what are my chances that?
I mean, it'll definitely up it. You can always use AP to give yourself advantage with the check. So that'll give you better chances. And you can do that as many times as you have AP.
It's still not very good. Guys, should I try it or should I just try to hit him?
I don't know. I feel like you could probably hit him and maybe do a little bit of freezing damage at the same time. I don't know if you're going to be able to just outright freeze him in place. but you never know. You could give it a try.
Okay, I think I'll try my. Oh my goodness. Sorry, guys. I think I'm just gonna try my Frostbolt, and I'm gonna use extra AP to deal. Wait, what? Damage 1 AP. You deal +1 cold damage. I'm gonna use both of my APs to deal 2 extra cold damage, if I may.
Okay, absolutely. Were you rolling with advantage too then? Oh, you moved once. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Okay. Total 16?
16.
Okay. 16 does hit with a normal hit. Okay.
Nice.
So what's the total damage?
Hit the target takes 2 cold damage, so then plus the other 2, so that'd be 4.
Okay, 4. It is vulnerable 1 to cold damage, bringing it up to 5 damage taken altogether.
And since that's the first little bit of elemental damage that I've witnessed, I'm going to reaction Nature's Torrent. So
Making
this
it
will...
vulnerable 2.
That's absolutely right.
Heck yeah.
Let's
And
go.
it lasts for a minute.
Cool. That's
I'm
awesome.
pretty much doing the same thing to it then.
Yep. She pretty much like hit it hard, and I was like, yeah, and then.
What are these?
Do that. Okay. Y'all help me remember. It's vulnerable 2 to cold damage for the time being. Nice. Okay. So that was awesome. Was that all for your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Ferran, you are up. What happens next?
Nice. I'm going to move out of this water torrent about right there. And that's the end of my turn.
That's the end of your turn.
Yeah. Spell duel, reaction.
Oh, right.
move.
Okay. Okay. Keep things moving. Okay. So let's see here. This thing's got a couple options. Oh boy, it's going to be dirty with one of its options too. Okay. It has, let me do some math here. Okay. So first off, you see it summon another torrent like a jerk.
Oh no.
Why would it do that?
It summons it next to it. I'll even be nice and not put it on your spot. So it does that with some of its action points. Actually, it's going to summon it on this side. That makes more sense. Okay. Then it's going to move slightly. I'm going to say it moves out of your range, Thwack. Would you like to make an opportunity attack against it?
Does that cost an AP?
It does, yes. Right there.
I will let him walk away.
Okay. Saving the AP. Okay. You see as it moves over, it basically just kind of like pulls the water from the river again, and you see like an arcane charge go from its chest to this like water ball it's got going on right here, and it is going to just like straight up Kamehameha wave a beam spell. We'll count it as a spell if anyone wants to do anything about it. Just like straight through this area as like a 5-foot beam.
I will spell duel.
Whoa, snap, dude. Alrighty. It's gonna cost you
That looks like it's going straight through my head.
yep. It is a 5.
Because you don't miss.
Honestly, I was just thinking about myself.
Fair enough. It is a 1-space beam, so it would target all of you in that row, unfortunately. But the spell duel could make a huge difference right here. So basically, Adelie, it's going to cost you 2 action points, 1 mana point. You could give more mana. No, you can't. I'm sorry. Just kidding, because your mastery limit is still 1. So 2 action points, 1 mana point, and then you make a spellcasting check against its spellcasting check. And this one, I'll roll in the open. Oh my gosh, was it a 10 against 11?
Yeah.
That's not even right. Okay. All right.
Things are powerful.
I think I should get advantage just for fun.
Nope. Be too easy. You got to win this thing fair and square so you feel good about it. All right. The attack roll, though, is only an 11 against PD. Yeah, I guess it'd be PD. So how's that for everyone? 11?
It doesn't hit me.
Mine's 13.
Nice.
Doesn't hit me.
Adelie, what's your precision
You get
defense?
over there, Adelie.
Mine is. Wait, actually, mine's 14.
Nice. Let's go.
Nice.
All right.
Hey.
So basically, the spell duel is just enough to like throw it off to the point that you're just like throwing freezing shards at this beam, literally just enough to like break it up so each of you can kind of just like block it and not have an issue. So it's still friggin' sick. Okay, so that's awesome. Now, that's everything it can do for its turn. So it is done again, back up at the top with Thwack. What are you doing?
All right. I'm going to have to move closer to it. I'm going to enter into bear stance. Is that the right stance? Yeah, bear stance. So +1 damage when I score a heavy, brutal, or critical.
Ooh, it's unbearable.
So hopefully it is bearable here. I'll spend 1 AP, almost 2 AP, 1 AP to move closer to him, a few spaces.
Very good.
I'm not too worried about this water beneath me.
There's
True. He's got a ring for that.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're just walking on the thing like it's no issue. I did forget one thing, but we'll do it after your turn.
All right. All right. Didn't walk into range of that. I'm gonna. Where is that? Can I do power attack twice? So deal +1 damage.
Oh yeah,
It says multiple use allowed, so I can do 2 of those and then attack it.
sounds
I'm
good.
gonna see if it's capable of taking damage this time. It's not.
Oh my gosh,
Oh my
no
goodness.
way.
You were doing so good.
What the heck is happening? Okay, because the natural one, you are exposed, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Nobody
I
looked.
know what I'm doing next turn. If I live to see it. Alright, that's the end of my turn.
Okay,
Turn to everyone. Things are getting a little hairy.
They're about to be.
all right. Phoenix, you're up. You see Thwack run in and take a swipe at this thing, but unfortunately the fist just goes right through it. No issue.
I'm not feeling too inspired right now.
Speaking of that, don't forget your D6 inspiration die.
Yep, I think I am once again going to go for my dragon arrow
Okay.
shot here. And I'm also going to use Chieftain's Fury to... I don't know how fire damage will work against this guy, but to add 1 fire damage, maybe. And also, I'm going to do another action point with that to force it on a physical save against possible burning.
Okay.
Just to see if it even works. But
Right. Fair enough.
so that would be 3 actions there for this attack.
Are you
With
kidding
advantage.
me?
With
Yes.
advantage,
Yes.
because
With
of the-
advantage. Oh,
Oh,
my gosh.
Oh. Okay, so it's a
Okay.
19.
That is better.
Yeah, much better.
What is going on? What is going on with Roll20 right now? I've got all kinds of issues happening.
It wants us to lose.
I guess. Okay. So the 19 definitely does hit with a heavy hit, which is perfect. Okay, so first off, very sadly, it is entirely immune to fire damage. It is
Yeah,
entirely immune to the burning condition. The good news is you discovered just now that it has physical damage reduction, but because you bypassed it, it doesn't reduce any damage. So you got a heavy hit. So what's the damage without fire?
So, because it was a dragon arrow, that adds 2 more damage, which would have made it 3.
Nice. Okay, so 3 total damage, plus the heavy hit to make it 4. Fantastic. Okay, so you still do 4 damage, and you guys just learned that it has physical damage reduction. So any normal hit with a physical attack will be cut in half. But thankfully you bypassed it just now, so you got full damage out of it. So that's a thing you got to deal with this turd. So anything else with your turn still?
So that was 3 actions for the attack. Let me see here.
What's up, y'all?
Okay, seems good now.
One other thing, since it was a heavy attack, and it's marked with Hunter's Mark, I do get to automatically grant a D8 help die to the next attack made against it.
Nice. There you go.
Throwing that out there. But anyway, for my final action, I'm going to recall my arrow again.
Okay, sounds good. Alex, you good? So you reconnected?
No, I did not reconnect. Actually, my internet went down yet again. I don't know what keeps going on.
No
But
way.
I still have I still have all of the screens in front of me. So as long as you can narrate me or the monster moving, I can still tell what's going on.
Okay, sounds good. We'll just give you the benefit of the doubt for movement in general too. So we'll figure it out. No worries.
Thank you, dude. Sorry about this.
No, you're good. It's not your fault. Okay. Okay. So Phoenix is done then. Was that right?
Yeah.
With a D8 help die to whoever's hitting it next. Okay, Adelie, you are up. Yeah, okay. What are you doing?
And you said I get a D8 too?
Yes. To whatever attack you do against this thing, it is Phoenix left it exposed to some degree.
Okay, I'm gonna do a bolt, and I'm gonna add an AP to another cold damage as well.
Sounds good.
Or should I try to slow it? What happens if it's slowed?
It's hard to say. Like an actual slowed condition, is that a thing?
Yes.
Okay, it will, I believe, slowed. I'll have to look at it, but it either cuts its movement in half, or if it's a slowed with a number, like slowed 1, then it has 1 less movement. Or wait, no, it costs 1 more movement every time.
Every
Which would-
space movement costs 1 extra.
Yeah, okay. So slowed basically makes everything difficult terrain for it kind of thing. So like it has half of its movement compared to normal.
There are also a few ice spells
Okay.
that say if your target is slowed, then you do more damage to it.
True that. So far, this thing hasn't moved much on its own, for the record.
So should I do damage or should I slow it?
Well, if you don't do enough damage, then that could be entirely negated by the PDR. So you might want to focus on doing it.
Good news is, if she's dishing out spells, that will...
I was gonna say, I think Alex came back.
Yeah. Back in action, Alex? Yeah, he is. I hear that microphone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, I'm back.
Yeah, but the good news is, you so far, it's just physical damage reduction that you've seen the thing have. So, spells should be fine, especially cold
Just
spells.
kidding.
So damage is better?
Your call.
Yeah, it's you.
I'll never turn down some good damage.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Damage it.
If it doesn't work, it's your guys' fault.
Okay. 18, is
No,
that
that
right?
doesn't
Against
beat.
physical, or against precision defense?
Should be 18 plus 7.
Oh, I'm sorry. For some reason, I was thinking you did advantage instead of that. So that's a bunch. 25?
It's massive.
Dang, that is big. Okay. That is
Oh.
a brutal hit against this thing's physical defense. This is going to be a whole lot of damage. Okay, so what was the base after the stuff you added?
It would be 3 cold damage total.
Okay, 3 plus its normal, plus 2 vulnerability by default. So that brings it to 5, plus the heavy and the brutal, bring it to 7 total damage in one shot with the ice bolt.
Let's go.
Freaking huge. That's big. Okay.
Guys, I'm goated.
Yeah, that was sick. That was dope. Okay, so did you have anything left with your turn still?
No.
Okay. Dang, that was big. That was a good one. Okay, Varan is up next. You see Adelie just slinging awesome ice spells at this thing. Messing it up pretty good, actually. What do you do?
Nice. So far, I'm not 100% sure how much this is going to help, but I'm still going to do it kind of anyway. Pretty much at my feet and right behind Thwack, I want to make a fog cloud. Just to kind of obscure the elemental's vision.
Okay.
So hopefully it doesn't see me and Adelie immediately for another one of those big lineups.
Yeah, okay. Fog cloud, what's the size?
Just going down to it right now, just because spells don't fit on the sheet.
No, I get that. I get that.
Okay, so it's make a DC10 spell check. On a success, you create a sphere of fog up to 4 space radius,
Okay.
centered on a point.
Okay, got it. Help you out here. Where did you want it, Ish?
Pretty much like on this tree, basically.
Okay, sounds good. 4 space?
Yes, 4 space radius.
Nice, that's big. Okay. So then it's going to be 4 space. Okay, so it's going to be that area, basically. Let me also draw a circle instead of just keeping that there.
Ooh, there we go. I actually did a good roll.
What, probably like that-ish? Let me see.
It's actually a 5 space radius now,
Oh, sick. That's amazing.
since I succeeded plus 5.
Nice. That's awesome. Okay. Nice. Okay. So it's this whole area that's obscured. One more? Yeah, one more, I think. Maybe not. Something like that. Yeah, dude. Okay, so it's that big old area. I'm gonna get rid of the ruler thing now. Sorry. Oop. Okay, big old fog cloud in that area there. I will say that Thwack is obscured. You're completely obscured, and now like Adelie is also obscured from the creature. Obviously, I would even say Phoenix is technically obscured right now because of it.
Yeah.
This thing can't see any of you.
Good.
Okay, so that's awesome. All right, now what else you got going on?
So that was just the first 2 AP that I had. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Druid Domain. I'm going to spread that thing out as much as I can.
Okay, excellent. That can be a little bit more complex, so if you want to draw it out, feel free.
Yep, absolutely.
But that's a good call. I forgot too, with Adelie, because you did the spell duel, that would have taken from your action points technically, because it was a reaction. So that last turn, you ended up with 6 action points.
What?
I think. Yeah,
I thought I only
yeah.
used 2 for the frostbolt and the +1 for the damage. Wouldn't that just be 2?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, nope, you totally did it right. I'm sorry. I thought you pumped a bunch of damage into that thing and used all of them still. You're totally right. That's on me. My bad. My bad.
You just scared me for a second.
Honestly, I was just making. I'm just a turd. I was assuming. That's my fault. I'll own that. That's on me.
All right,
Oh,
and that's my Druid Domain. Hopefully you guys can see it.
Okay, yeah, nice. Straight line. That's pretty cool.
Yes, that's all my domain spaces, all 8 of them. And anyone who's in my domain spaces, I can heal. And if an enemy is in my domain spaces, then it's difficult terrain.
Nice. Very cool. Excellent. Okay.
Yeah, so if he wants to come in this fog cloud, it's going to be a difficult time for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Now, is that everything you can do?
I do have one more AP
Nice.
left, but I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it, you know?
Yeah.
I think I might actually just move out of the... Oh, I'm drawing again. I'm going to move outside of the affected area. Oh, well, Nope. That's not what I want. So I want to be right about there. And that should be right about there.
There we go.
Okay. Just going to move out of the affected area.
Okay, nice. Sounds good. You're definitely still obscured there, I'd say, so no issues there. Okay. And then we're back at the top with this thing. Okay. So it is going to move down a little bit. It's aggravated that it can't see. It's going to try to give itself a bit of a vantage point. Better if it can. It will move there. So that's one. It is going to use another 2 action points to summon another torrent. But based on how this thing looks when it does this, it seems like it takes a lot more energy. And it can probably only sustain 3 of these things at the same time. For the record, give you that little tidbit. So that's 3. It's going to... Dang, what does it even do after that? It is just going to move this one back over to this area. Okay, that's its turn. That's all it can do. It's all of its action points. Makes another torrent, moves itself, and then moves the torrents around to kind of surround it a little bit. And you see it just kind of commanding these things around. The sparking arcane bit in its chest kind of like reacting as they're moving as well. But that's it for its turn. Back up at the top with Thwack.
Did I take any damage from the torrent moving over me?
You did not. Shoot. Yes. I also didn't do that to Adelie earlier. Okay. Well, that's good. Not necessarily
just
take
one?
damage, but there is kind of like an automatic attack thing that happens as it moves over you. With 15 against AD.
Yep. That's a hit.
Okay, if it's just a normal hit, it's 2 damage.
Okay.
But that is it. Now,
No worries over here.
Thwack.
Right. I was totally gonna rat out, but I don't think that's a great idea in this fight. It's not gonna help out a whole lot. What is this effect I have on me? I want to know before I do anything.
Exposed.
One
Exposed, yeah.
What does that do?
I think it's only till the end of your turn, though, and it wasn't actually, attack wasn't delivered, so it should be gone now. So you're good. It would have been just advantage on the first attack against you, but I think it's till the end of that turn or something.
Same thing with the enemy's nature's torrent.
Oh, okay. It's still vulnerable 1, though, so that's good due to its watery form.
Is this path here? I can take this even though it's a tree. It looks like a tree.
Yeah, I'd say it's it's bushel enough that it's probably difficult terrain technically.
Okay.
But you could go through it.
How many is that? 1,
Especially
2,
because you're
4.
going through a fog cloud. I'd say that it's difficult terrain. It's like, all right, I'm coming over here. Oh, there's a bush that I didn't see.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I think this path theoretically, the water I'm on is not difficult terrain though, right?
That's true. I will say, at some point through these torrents, you venture to guess that if you enter one of the torrents, you will kind of just like when you first enter it, you will be technically attacked.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go here then.
Nice.
I think that's enough spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. That's 1 AP there.
Cool.
I was gonna rat out. I'm not gonna go rat mode.
Rat out.
I was thinking about it. Maybe I'll do it at the end of my turn because I get 1 free transformation.
There you go.
I don't want to attack like that this turn. I'm still in bear stance. I'm going to keep that stance up and then use 1 AP for an attack, 1 AP for a power attack. Then can I give myself advantage?
Absolutely.
All right. Because I need it. I really need it.
Oh my
I really
gosh,
need it.
no
Why?
way. Are you kidding
Why?
me?
You had so many
Why am
ones.
I like this?
What is going on?
I'm not in my... I should just rat it out.
Dude,
All right.
your last like 5 rolls. 1, 5, 1, 2, 1, 5? You kidding me? Like, that's insane.
Am I like cheating here, but it's not in my favor?
Inverse cheating? I don't know, man.
Yeah.
That's awful. I don't
All
know.
right. Well, since I used all my AP for that, I can technically transform for free. So in a fit of rage, I'm just turning into my beast humanoid hybrid were-rat form.
There you go. There you go.
That's all I can do.
Goodness.
But I'm angry.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Phoenix, you are up. You see what's going on now. You see Thwack just hardly poking out of the fog up there.
Little rat man, like poking his head,
What are you doing?
like sniffing
Whack.
out in the air.
I'm going to use a stamina point for Hunter Strike
Okay.
to add a flashbang effect to my Dragon Claw arrow.
Yes.
The flashbang adds 2 sonic damage, and it forces the creature to make a mental save against dazed.
Nice. Okay. Okay.
So yeah, and that's just a stamina point. It's not an action. So I'm going to shoot my arrow, and it is with advantage because it still has the mark.
True.
And we'll see what happens. Oh, jeez. Big guy has advantage, right?
Yes. Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Okay. 21.
Okay. 21 is very good. 21 is a heavy hit. Yep. 21 is a heavy hit,
Okay.
which
So
bypasses
that's
its resistance.
2 sonic damage
reduction.
and 3 piercing damage.
All right. Plus
Should-
one more
Should
after
be a
that.
fire damage too, right?
It's immune to fire damage. Otherwise, I would say it.
Yes. Otherwise, it would be. Okay, so that was 3 and then 2 plus the heavy to make it 6 total, which is a very solid hit, actually. Fantastic. All right. Very good.
I'm gonna recall my arrow.
Okay.
I have 2 more action points left. What do I do? I think. Well, I'm gonna use dodge. No, I'm gonna attack again with disadvantage.
Okay. You could use the second AP to make it a straight roll.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I could do that as well. Okay. So I think I'll do that. And if I use my because I'm blessed right now, would that affect? Actually, no. I guess it would affect the single roll. Okay, just kidding. So I'm gonna use my blessed as well. To see if
Okay.
that gives me a bonus.
Okay. The inspiration
So
die.
5
Ooh.
plus 2 is all right. 17. So it's once again gonna be 21.
Okay. Nice.
Heck
Okay.
yeah.
Heavy hit again. What's the total there then?
It should be the same
Nice.
as it was. So that'd be the Dragon Claw damage.
Okay. Nice. That's big. So it should be 6 again.
Yeah, 6 again.
Dang. Nice. Oh, you tacked on a bunch of sonic damage stuff for the first one, right?
Yeah, the first one had 2 sonic. Oh, yeah. No, it should not be the same again because this one doesn't have the sonic, so it should be 2 less.
Okay,
So
okay.
that'd be
So it's
4.
still 4, but it never saved. It never tried to make the save against possibly being dazed either.
Right.
So, what kind of save is it? Is it a physical save?
Let me read it real quick. It says mental save.
Mental save.
Against
Okay.
dazed.
Slightly lower bonus. Only a 13 against save DC of 14, I believe.
That should be my save DC.
It is in fact
Yep.
dazed.
A
Nice. Okay, awesome. So that's cool.
disadvantage on mental checks, including spell attack checks.
Ooh,
Dazed.
interesting. Okay, nice. That's super cool. Okay, cool. All right, sounds good. That might actually end up being incredibly helpful. We'll see how this goes. Don't let me forget he's dazed. I got the marker there, but don't let me forget. Okay,
Okay.
that was it for your turn then?
Yep, that was everything.
Okay, what is Adelie doing now? Basically, you see Phoenix and Varan, just slinging damage at this thing that is blocked by the fog cloud for you, technically.
Sick. Okay. First of all, thanks, guys. Second of all, I'm gonna do the magic missile. Okay.
Nice.
So then that'll be. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do that. And I will roll 14.
Nice. Cool. How many missiles does that make then?
2, 3. Is it each 5 like above 10?
Yeah.
Okay, so then just 2.
2. Is there any kind of attack roll with that now? Or is it just does it?
I think it just does it.
Okay. That would make sense because the spell check is that. Okay, cool. So it automatically hits it with 2 force damage then. And I will say without having to move or anything, because magic missile's awesome, they basically just like home straight through the fog cloud, even if you can't see the thing. And they do slam into it. It takes a normal amount of damage from that.
Okay. So you're saying if there's a fog cloud, if I try to do like certain things, is it like possibly not going to hit them?
Yeah, let me see here. Let's see about, see where the ruler puts us from, like, can you see even the edge of him is what I'm curious about through the fog cloud. Technically, no, unfortunately. So he can't see you at all either. So like you've got full cover behind the fog cloud right now too. But yeah, I would say right now that you can't actually see him. Thankfully, magic missile is kind of like a homing situation. So I'm cool with that. But yeah, I'd say where you're at right now, you are safe from him. But unfortunately, he's safe from you as far as line of sight goes.
Okay. Can I do... Oh, wait. Would I be able to send my familiar out around like the corner and like communicate with my familiar to help me direct text hit to the guy?
Yes, that is pretty creative. Yes, I'm cool with that. Let's do this. Let's do some of that. Whoops. Oh my. Cool. All right. This little version of you is going to be your familiar. I will say we can put that thing in the fight enough for you to be able to like use it to see the thing. Normally, so like moving your familiar would be like whatever, an action point or whatever. And like seeing through its sights would also be an action point, but I will let you, but that's okay. In this case, like right now, I'll let you still be able to like do something against this thing. It's just going to have disadvantage because, you know, you didn't know all that, but now you have set that up to possibly help yourself in the future with that.
Okay.
If you want.
Okay, well, first of all, thank you.
Yes.
Second of all, I guess I'll just do a frostbolt then.
Okay, cool. That sounds good. So you're kind of like using your familiar as like a telescope kind of thing to actually still be able to see just around the fog. So you're kind of like shooting from its vision, but still from you, which makes it kind of difficult. So you're shooting through the fog, kind of still guessing a little bit. So it'll just be at disadvantage.
Okay. Because I can't like shoot it from them, right? That's like not till later.
That, I believe that is true. I think you can only do touch spells through your familiar by default, at least.
Okay. So I'll roll with disadvantage, and then that's just it. Just like one disadvantage.
Oh, dang. You cast magic missile earlier, too. So I guess it'd be 2. I'm sorry.
It'd be like that. I'm not hitting it.
11.
Okay, so 11. 11, unfortunately, does not hit it. So even after all that, you bring your familiar out there, you're kind of like seeing through its eyes a little bit. You try to cast through the fog, and you're like, I think I got this. I can do it. And unfortunately, you watch through your familiar's eyes. The bolt just kind of goes wide and just misses him.
Okay, awesome.
Dang, okay. That was everything for you, right? Should be, I believe. Okay, so Varan, you are up. Yeah, okay, Varan, you are up. What are you doing?
All right, so the next thing I'm going to be doing is...
I don't know if it's happened succinctly yet, but just so you guys know, any damage from the torrents will happen at the top of the thing's turn, unless it's the first time you enter it, kind of thing. Okay, carry on.
Yeah, no worries.
Wait. Oh.
Yes.
Never mind, guys. I'm sorry. I thought I was still in one.
You
No
were
worries.
in one earlier for a while.
That's true. I forgot
I
to damage
noticed,
you with
but
it.
I wasn't gonna say anything because I'm like, that's just throwing her under the DM. So what the
I
hell?
even remembered it too, and then I was like, "Oh, that's right. I forgot this thing. We'll do it after your turn, Thwack." And I still forgot.
Okay, well, I thought that I could stand in it because I can breathe underwater, and I was like, yeah, this isn't gonna affect me at all. And then you brought that up when it was like whoever's turn, and I was like, oh. And then you didn't say anything again, and so I was like, oh.
Yeah, there's just too many things to remember.
Getting hit in the face by a wave, you're like, I can breathe underwater. I'm fine.
Basically.
You can.
This is like
But it's hitting you.
rapid, almost like piercing water. It's spinning so fast and all that too. So, okay.
I'm just
Anyway.
like, guys, this is fine.
Anyway, Varan, sorry. What is your plan?
Yeah, no worries. So I was going to go ahead and move a little bit closer right next to Thwack with my first AP.
Good.
And I would like to smack this thing with my chain whip, my newly golden chain whip.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Before I try to spend any AP on it, can this thing bleed? Like, can I narratively or mechanically make it bleed? Or would that just...
You know, I would say that it's possible to achieve the same thing with the bleeding condition. Yes. Basically, it's just going to like leave a ripple in it in a way that it like can't refresh itself, and it'll continuously take damage in the same sense that bleeding does. So I'd say it's possible. Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay.
I'm gonna say if this thing starts bleeding, I'm gonna be terrified.
Bleeding real blood. No, I would say the condition would apply still technically.
Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is smack this guy with my chain whip. And I'm also going to use 1 stamina point to make it a smite. And then I'm going to empower it for advantage, and then also use the bleed maneuver for all of my AP.
All right. Very fun. It is dazed. Okay, never mind. Yep. Okay, cool. Sounds good.
There we go. So that's a critical hit. Then we have going up to the chain whip. I think it's just 1. Yep, it's 1 base damage for the chain whip. It also has impact too.
Yes.
So that's
another 1.
Yep, I have a 24 to hit.
Yes. Okay. So if it's the normal hit, if it's the normal damage is 1 and then impact makes it 2.
Okay.
Heavy, brutal crit to make it 6 damage total. Bypassing its physical damage reduction, of course.
Yes. And then it's also going to be taking the smite damage.
Yes. Okay. Yep.
And make martial attack +2 bound damage, which this time is psychic.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, cool.
Oh, and I actually didn't need to spend the AP for the attack maneuver, because when my smite hits, I gain the benefits of 1 attack maneuver of my choice for free.
Oh, nice. So you've got 1 extra. You got 1 AP refunded.
Yeah. If it's okay with you, I would have spent that on a damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Ouch.
I just didn't realize I got a free maneuver for free.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't know you had it until after you hit it, though, right? Oh, no, I see. So that'd be 3. Okay, so 2 more bound damage, and then the 1 more damage after that still, to make it a total of 9 damage after everything's all said and done there. Holy moly. Okay, this thing is, at this point, looking quite wounded, actually.
Also...
Possible save for bleeding, right?
Could I change that just a little bit, and instead of it being psychic damage, it be lightning damage?
Yeah, for sure.
Because my bound damage is whatever I attune it to in the morning.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Leftover, it was psychic, but now it's lightning.
Yep. So if it is a lightning damage, then the elemental damage ring would apply here for +1.
Oh, yeah, nice.
If you'll allow it. I'm just trying to get all of the combos worked out before I say that's it.
Goodness. Okay, that brings it to 10 damage total with that attack. That is insane. The thing, like I said, condition didn't change necessarily. The thing is definitely quite wounded at this point compared to where it started. You're noticing that basically this thing is just like less and less of a actual like structured form. It's beginning more and more to just be like kind of chaotic looking and much less structured in general. Yeah, so that's fun. That's cool. Also, you're noticing that its little arcane bit in its chest is like almost just like sparking out randomly, not with like literal electricity, but just like raw arcane, just mana kind of just like pulsing around and getting a bit violent as well. Okay, now that was everything for your turn, right?
Yep, should be it.
Okay, all right. Let's see here. It's going to spend some action points to move some stuff around here. All right.
And since it started its turn, please take a bleeding damage.
Yes. Did it have to save against anything with that?
Oh, actually, you're totally right. It does need to make a save.
Physical save? Imagine so.
Yep, it makes a physical save against your save DC.
Dang, okay, total 23. So it did save from bleeding, unfortunately.
That makes sense.
And it's going to spend some action points to move stuff around. Okay, so it is going to... It notices that you guys are definitely the threat in front of it here. So it's going to move this torrent right up in y'all's business a little bit there. And before we roll for anything, more things are moving. It's going to move that one there. How far? 5. It can reach, actually. And it'll move the last one there. Okay. Good news is this thing is dazed, and these are technically spell checks that we're going to be hitting you with, I'd say. So they're all going to be at disadvantage.
I'm going to lean over to Thwack and say, I think you pissed it off.
Yeah. Okay, so that is 3 action points. Let's see here. All at disadvantage. Oh, you already guess. You know it's bonus now. So we'll do this, or at least I've rolled with its bonus openly. First attack, an 11 total against AD. Does the 11 get either of you?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Next torrent, same deal. Still disadvantage. 13 against AD.
It's spot on for me.
Spot on. Okay, so
Actually,
it's just a normal
13.
hit there. That is 2 damage.
-2.
And then the
Sounds
last
good to me.
one as well, still disadvantage. Dang, that one ended higher at a 19.
All right, that is a heavy.
Okay. The heavy hit brings it to 3 damage on you total then.
All right, it is chunking me. I don't know what I did.
Right.
Is it something I said?
It's 3 of its action points. It's going to use the last one for its dirty beam attack as well. Oh boy, okay. And incidentally, I believe Adelie is lined up for the beam attack. If it's 5 feet.
Don't.
Yeah, totally is. All right. Okay. That's also a spell, though. So it's going to be at disadvantage as well. Whoops. The lingering thing. I'll get that in a sec. Okay. So 1 spell attack against all y'all at disadvantage.
Was I included in that one? It didn't go over me.
It is 5 feet. It's like 1 space beam. That's what I'm looking for. That's the actual measurement. Get that thing out of here.
Let me make that a little bigger for you.
That's what it'd actually be.
Yeah,
Covers half the token. So yes, unfortunately.
Could I possibly argue that he would aim at Thwack and Varan and wouldn't have the ability to aim at Adelaide?
Yes. In which
So-
case, yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I
Nice.
can see that. 100%.
I wouldn't say he's aiming at Thwack and Varan, maybe.
Can I try to put his shield up?
So shield, unfortunately. Shield, unfortunately, is just kind of like a within 1 space thing. You are actually going to be safe now that Alex kind of pointed that out. That does make sense. So you will be
I want to
safe.
help them though. Can I cast it from my familiar?
You can, but it's still only 1 space from there.
If I move my familiar and then I cast it.
I will say, if you want to spell duel this attack, I'll let you do that at
I'll do that.
disadvantage because you technically can't even see it. But I'll be nice and let you make that possible if you want to.
This is crazy. I'm trying to help y'all out. And I'm being
I'll
great.
spell battle it with my fists. Wait, no, I'm a rat with my claws.
If you're a rat, can you please talk like the rat people did in the game?
Oh, yeah,
What
that
rat
one.
in
That
Baldur's Gate?
that New York accent.
I don't know if I can do a New York accent.
That's
You
hilarious.
have to if you're a rat.
Is that how they talk? I'll look at the rats. Next session, I rat out. I'll.
Master
Ask
the New
Alex.
York
He
accent.
talked in like a
Oh,
hot box
yes.
accent.
like those
I
rats.
see. I see.
Oh, okay.
That's funny.
I'll have to work on it a bit.
Okay.
Alrighty. Before I commit to it, is there any spell dueling going on? Anything like that?
Guys, should I do it?
Your call. I
It is
mean,
your call.
you
I-
2 action points on your next turn. for
That's
that,
true.
yeah.
2 action points and a mana, and I'm going to make you do it at disadvantage. If you
It
do
would
it.
be a lot.
Okay. Sorry, guys. You might just have to suffer.
I can take this.
But it's already at disadvantage, so here we go. Due to the dazed condition. It's against PD, not AD.
These rolls you're doing though, they're
What the heck? Yeah, I'm stealing all the 16 against PD.
that hits me.
Definitely hits.
Okay. The beam is 4 damage base.
Good thing I have elemental damage resistance.
Yes, there you go. Okay. Yeah, and if it's just a normal hit,
Wait,
then you're definitely reducing it.
Is that a physical actually? Where's this info at? Equipment do close. Silverbane, you gain resistance half to physical damage. Is that physical against or is that
I've been treating it as elemental damage so far, just because it's a spell.
So no.
Yeah.
I don't have resistance. Full 4.
Alrighty. But yeah, as long as that's just a normal hit for Varan, then yeah, that's definitely reduced still. And that is everything it can do on its turn. It was the most
Right.
efficient turn it's had so far. So that's the worst it can be pretty much right there.
All right. So it's my turn then.
Yes.
Can I drink my potions as a rat, or do I have to turn back?
No, you totally can. You totally can. Any potion is 1 action point, immediately gives you twice your level, or twice the level of the potion, I think. Let me double check. Yep, 2 times HP and level. So any potion you drink, and they were just simple potions, right? I believe that's what we've been doing.
Yeah.
So you can spend an action point to get 2 HP back from drinking a potion, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just spend all of. No, I'll only spend 3. I'll
Okay.
swing at him one time. So
Okay. If you
he's
just
got me really low here. So
yeah, if you're just taking these potions like shots,
yeah,
then and you take 3 of them, you get 6 HP
knocking
back
3 of 'em
immediately.
back. I ain't worried anymore. So I'm gonna swipe at him with my claws.
Nice. Let's see it.
Let's see. Do I hit?
Ben, does the dazed condition end like in a turn or something?
The day's condition. Let me look back at it.
16 does hit with a normal hit. What's the damage?
That I believe is just 1.
Well, heck.
Yeah, until the end of
Wait.
my next turn.
Okay.
So it should end after I'm done.
Okay.
Natural weapon. You have natural weapons, claws that you can use to make unarmed strikes that deal 1 slashing. Is the claws like something I have to activate? Because it says deal +1 damage on melee martial attacks.
+1 damage?
Yeah, that's what this says. I just copied
I
and
think-
pasted everything that was sent over to me. So is that like an
Okay, yeah.
additional 1 damage on? Or is that
Yes.
something I have to use like an AP for? That one
No,
does.
I think it'd be. I think
Ren
it's just
says-
legit.
Okay, because Ren does say you can spend 1 AP when making an attack check, which I don't have any left.
Okay, cool. Yeah. No, so you
that
are
one
good. So
just
it,
says +1 damage. So 2.
yep. So it'll be 2 damage, which is good because although it's only a normal hit, it actually does
Yeah.
engage the physical damage reduction. So it takes away 1 damage, but at least you do damage.
All right.
So it does take 1 damage from the hit, and you regain the 6 HP
I'll
still.
take it. I'm really happy with myself. I give myself a pat on the back. Pass my turn.
Okay, cool.
What we
All
like
right.
to see around here.
Phoenix, you are up.
What you use to recall back.
Okay.
And then for a stamina point, I'm once again going to apply Flashbang to the Dragon Claw arrow.
Nice. Okay.
And I'm going to shoot at it with advantage because of the Hunter's Mark that's still applied.
Very good. Okay.
Okay. I've been getting lucky with these advantage rolls at least, so.
Yes.
There we go.
That's better.
All right.
Okay.
Nice.
20.
Nice. 20 is a heavy hit. So it bypasses the damage reduction. What are we looking at for damage there?
We're going to be looking at 3 from the Dragon Arrow and then 2 Sonic. So 3 piercing, 2 Sonic.
Perfect. +1 for the heavy to make it a total of 6 damage. Absolutely dealing damage over here. Okay, it's got to make a save again or suffer being dazed. It is a mental save, which it only is a little bit smaller bonus. Only a 9. It remains dazed. So you re-trigger dazed, massively decreasing the potential of all of its spell damage stuff again. So that's fantastic. Big damage, big debuffs. Good work.
All right. And then I have 2 action points left. I'm just going to shoot a regular arrow at not disadvantage. I'm going to use another action point to make it so it's not at disadvantage. Well, actually, wait now. It's going to be kind of tricky. I'm going to recall my Dragon Arrow.
Okay.
And what else can I do? I'll just do dodge.
Okay. So you got your arrow back, and any damage coming towards you, at least the first attack, will have disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Adelie, that puts you back up now. Basically, the last thing that happens for you is you're kind of looking through this fog cloud, halfway looking through your familiar's eyes, and there's just like this beam torrent of water that just like flies right next to you. So what do you do?
Oh well, my familiar isn't either.
What?
My familiar isn't hit with it either.
Oh shoot! Would it have been?
Did the familiar
I
die?
don't think it did. I think it went right between both of them. Or
It would have been there. No.
Yeah.
Familiar safe. Familiar safe. We're good.
Thank goodness. Let me see what I can do.
Split the middle right between you and your familiar. Actually, it's awesome.
Try. I'm gonna get out of the fog actually, which I probably shouldn't do, but I will. Yeah, I'll go right here. So I'll be right with my familiar.
Cool.
I'm still kind of fogged up. Oh, right.
Yeah, I would say you are able to see the thing now enough to attack it without issue if you wanted to.
Okay, so let's just do some ice knife.
All right, ice knife. Are you sure about that?
Oh no.
She says, I want him
No,
dead.
I see they're taking a
where
bunch of
does
damage.
it land at?
But I see it's
Where
just
would
it's
it
not
land?
enough.
If it's hitting
Sorry,
us,
guys,
then
I'm not doing
no
that.
ice knife.
Yeah, okay. Okay, no ice.
Like if we're far enough
let's
away,
do-
though, right?
Oh wait, but however, let me look. One of my is that Yeah, okay, I have careful spell now, so I can choose in the surrounding area to not be harmed.
Whoa,
Nice.
that's sick.
It's great.
Yay!
It's about time.
Forgot about that. Okay, so I'm gonna do that then. Ice knife, if I may.
Absolutely. Do you want to give it advantage or anything big to try to make sure it hits or anything? It's up to you.
Sure, I'll give it an advantage.
All right.
Yeah, I'll do that.
You guys have just been rolling so well. I just want to make sure. Okay.
Yeah, some of us.
Us, girl, who even?
All right. We're
Couple
looking
good
at
ones though. I won't lie.
a 15, right?
Yes.
Okay. Against precision defense, it is a normal hit. So you do hit with it.
Okay. It is cold damage, I think. So is he still like double vulnerable?
He's not double, but he is vulnerable 1. So he'll still take 1 extra damage from it.
Oh, okay. This is the target takes 2 cold damage and explodes. Compare your same spell check to the people within 1 space of the usual target. Deal damage. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Okay. So it's a 2 damage for sure because it hits. And we'll make that 3 due to the vulnerability. So -3. And then I think there's just physical saves that happen or something maybe against the explosion.
Target takes 2 cold damage and then explodes. Compare your same spell check to the PD of each creature within 1 space, which we don't have to do that. It is 1 cold damage for them.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
then, yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, so it's just the hit on him, but he still does take 1 extra damage from that. And at this point, this thing is looking very displaced and messed up to the point that you guys are confident if you were to land 1 more massive hit like you have already, this thing, it might be enough. It might be enough. This thing's looking really messed up and like displaced at this point.
All you, Varan.
I'll say, is that all you could do, Adeline?
Yeah.
All right, Varan, you are up. You see the thing's pretty messed up. Now what?
All right. So I think. So being a scientist, I would love to catch a sample of this elemental creature. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. That makes sense.
So before it's completely dead, I would love to, in some way, catch a small living sample of it.
Okay.
But other than that, I'm just gonna be blasting.
Okay. All right. Cool. We'll hold on to the sample idea. It should be fine. It should work out.
So first things first, I'm gonna launch a poison bolt straight at it.
All right.
And I'm going to give it advantage, and then I'm also going to empower it. And is poison an elemental type?
Yes, it would be. Yep.
It is? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it advantage and empower it for damage twice then.
All right. Let's see it. Come on. Okay.
Nice. Okay. 21 to hit.
Okay, 21 is a heavy hit.
Perfect. And the target takes 2 poison damage
Okay.
as a base.
Okay, so make it 3 for the heavy, and then you added a damage, right? Or something like that?
Add a damage because it's elemental damage for my elemental ring.
Oh, heck yeah.
And then that should be it.
All right.
So 2 damage for empowering it twice. 2 damage for it being a normal hit, and then 1 damage for it being a heavy.
Nice. Bring it to 5 damage altogether.
And 1 more for the elemental, actually.
Oh, nice. Make it 6 damage altogether. Man, this thing, okay, it's not enough, but it's so close. This thing is like hardly still intact. I'll say even now, like kind of swiftly thinking, like this thing takes a second to like, recoup itself, recoup its form. And it just looks like more and more angry. Couple things you're noticing here. First off, just as like a minor action, if you want to, you are 100% able to just kind of like scoop a sample of this thing real quick. Because it's like super messed up and kind of like fix itself, trying to not fall apart. So you've got a sample of this thing. Second thing, Thwack and Varan, you are getting insanely, like almost blinded by the just like bright, insane, arcane mess that's happening in the middle of this thing. To the point that this thing's looking kind of volatile. Okay, so be careful. That's all I'm saying. But this thing is almost cooked. It's almost there. Oh, boy. Dang, okay. Was that all for you then?
That is all I can do.
Okay. Well, I guess, dang, you guys already know what it's going to do at this point, I guess.
Yep.
Okay.
Did we get hit by the...
Yeah. It is still dazed, so all of the upcoming attacks are at disadvantage again, but it's doing its thing. Okay, so, all right, bunch of attacks coming from just like the insane amount of just piercing water. It feels like hail just hitting you at like 100 miles per hour. First one at disadvantage. Here we go. Wow, really? Okay, natural 1. Completely misses regardless of anything. Second one at disadvantage.
Come on.
Jeez, a 17 against AD.
Heavy.
Okay. Base damage is 2.
Close.
Heavy would make it 3, but it is elemental. Oh,
Okay.
but it's reduction, so it would bypass. So 3 if
So
it's a
3
heavy.
damage.
Yeah, if it's a heavy. If it's a heavy,
Oh,
otherwise
if
2.
it's heavy, okay.
And its last attack still at disadvantage. Did it roll twice? It did.
Yeah.
9.
9, perfect.
Hopefully misses both of you.
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, so that's that. This thing doesn't understand. It doesn't have a self-preservation tick like most creatures. It's just a chaotic energy. It doesn't know what's happening. It doesn't even care.
Is its turn over yet? Or should I let you know that I'm on the ground?
Oh, snap. Okay, I hear you. Its turn is not over yet. It's got 1
right.
AP left. It is going to try to grapple Thwack. Sees
What
what's
did I
happening.
do to you?
You're just-
This thing don't like me.
You're in front of Varan. That's all you did to it, basically. You're the nearest thing. Okay, so it's going to try to just grapple you.
Protecting Varan.
Exactly. Okay. There's grit points too, if you wanted to burn those, if you have any, instead of being on
Not
the
for
ground.
me.
Okay. Okay. All right. So
Well,
grapple
actually,
Oh, is Varan down?
down, 0 HP down.
Okay.
I do actually
wasn't
have
getting
grit
that.
Ooh. Okay. Did you want to use those real quick instead of taking the full damage from the last one?
yeah, I might as well. I thought I had negative charisma on this character, but I actually don't. I have it on a different character that I was making today, so
Oh,
I thought it was negative.
Okay. Sick. All right. Cool. Is that enough to keep you standing at least?
I have 4 grit points actually,
Oh, sick.
Wow.
That's amazing.
so I'll just pretend that didn't happen.
Yeah, literally.
Down and then like, wait a second. I'm fine.
That's hilarious. Okay, that's awesome. So basically, the one torrent that does actually hit you hard, you literally just kind of like, it's all or nothing time right now, buddy, and you just like grit your teeth, get slapped up, but you're just standing. It's like gross, It's like this guy should have gone down. What's going on here? But you're good. Okay. Anyway, it's gonna try to grapple Thwack now. So Thwack, you can choose to make either an athletics or acrobatics check. It is going to be making an athletics check. With a natural 1, it rolls.
Oh, perfect. I couldn't
Sounds-
possibly also.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, okay, good.
Another now
Way
one
better.
incoming.
That is hilarious. All right, it's pretty funny because when this thing tries to reach out and like grab you, it does. Like it literally, like its hands are like around you, but you can breathe totally fine, and it can tell that's what's happening. And it's just like, just looks like as frustrated as it can be, and its hands just kind of like squeeze around you, and then like you're just free, and it's hilarious. Okay,
I prepared for this situation.
you really did. Okay, that's everything it can do for its turn. Back up at the top with Thwack. What are you doing? You're seeing this thing is pretty messed up at this point.
I should probably run, but I've got something to prove here a little bit. Like I've done 1 damage to him, so
That's true.
do a bit of a hit and run him. I'm just gonna slash at him 1 time
Okay.
before I try to get out of here. Futile, all right. I'm
Oh man, same way this thing
Is
grappled you.
everything-
Yeah, I don't know, man. Same way this thing grappled you and just kind of let you go. You kind of just like swing through it and like nothing happens. You guys are just playing.
yeah, we're trying to have fun. These guys are killing it. I'm just walking away.
Okay.
I mean, as far away as I can go. Really, it doesn't matter the AP. I'm not even gonna try to fight it anymore. Was that an opportunity attack on me?
Nope, you're good. You're good.
Okay, I was like, I could dodge if that happens.
Nope, you are good.
All right, perfect. That's all I'm gonna try. You guys take care.
All right, Phoenix. Phoenix, you see Thwack take a swing at it and then just like appear out the other side of the fog cloud.
Looking
Fuck.
defeated, by the way. I've not won this fight.
Walk of shame.
Gone home, guys. See you then.
I've just realized that my longbow is impact as well. So some missed opportunities there. I kind of forgot that was a thing until I was looking at it.
That's
But
fine.
anyway, so I think it makes up for it for at the start. I think I accidentally did 5 action points, so I think that's the universe balancing it out.
Yeah.
I thought Hunter's mark had no action points, but it took an action point.
Oh,
Anyway.
I gotcha. Oh,
For my attack, I'll just be shooting the dragon claw arrow once more.
Okay.
As well as once again applying the flashbang tip to it.
Okay. Sounds good.
So going with advantage. Oh. Go ahead. I mean,
All right. So, how's it look as Phoenix finishes this thing off?
well, kind of erupts in a volcanic-like manner, and just you're
Oh, crap.
hit with mist and rainwater. It's a bit zappy, but it doesn't do any damage to us. And yeah, it kind of disintegrates back into the river.
I am so glad. Okay. I'm glad Thwack moved. I'm glad that Varan is more than one space away from it. Because this thing, like, you said it erupts, and it reminded me that it explodes when it dies. So it literally, like, explodes. And anything that be one space next to it would take damage. But everyone's safe, so we're good there. So yeah, you are 100% right. This thing literally explodes, and then like the rest of its form just kind of collapses and just drifts into the water.
That.
Dang. Okay, all right. So at this point, you hear a familiar voice. You hear Jasper's voice out of nowhere. He just comes. Yeah, he just comes running out of the woods. Basically, he's just like, "Wow, that was insane. That was ridiculous. How'd you guys? Wow, thank you."
Did you make that? Did you make that thing?
Definitely not on purpose. If so, it was definitely an accident. If it happened, if I'm to blame.
I hated that thing even. It's kind of mean to me.
It's true. It was.
I couldn't do anything to it. Not very happy with you if you made that thing. That's all I'm saying.
I don't believe I made it. I think, if anything, maybe it's possible that maybe one of you even made it. Who knows? With the ice
Give me a break.
Teleporting.
Yeah, that was your teleporting.
Well, listen, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it to come to that. That's for sure. It's not something that I intended to have happen.
It was invincible.
We beat him up.
It's invincible.
Guys, we're beating up Jasper.
He's like, wait. What if we perfect this, though? I mean, it did work once. It teleported you over to the river, right? Ice lady, ice sorceress, whatever you are.
I'm smacking him.
Just straight up a smack across the face, and he's just like, dude's absolutely shook, and he just like stumbles back a second, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I want to make it up to you somehow, if that's possible. I don't know. I don't know."
Okay.
Well, I do know a way you can make it up to us.
What can I do?
We're in need of, well, let's just say a transporter, and I think I have a job for you as long as you figure it out.
Oh,
And I have a really good office that you can work at. Got bars on the windows and everything.
that doesn't sound ideal. And he kind of just like, after, being slapped by Adelie, he's just kind of like looking at you all. He's like really weighing his options here. And he's like, I don't think I'm faster than any one of you, and you're definitely able to kill me.
Don't worry, we're just trying to scare you. But you will end up in jail if this happens at our house.
He's like, okay. So how does this work? Am I just like, I'm just a slave now then?
We don't do slavery around here. It's called indentured servitude, and you owe me a lot of money.
We're pretty sure that's illegal.
He's like, illegal? I wish it was. Well, all right, that's fine. That seems fair enough. I really do feel bad about any of this. None of this was supposed to happen the way it did. So I was just trying to make a teleporter, and I don't know, if you give me a place to maybe work on that, I'll happily put it to good use.
Don't worry about that. We already got most of your equipment anyway, so we can get going whenever.
He's like, what? Looks over, and there's just like a pile of all the stuff that you grabbed just like by a tree, just piled up, and he's just like, oh, thank you actually for saving some of that.
Yeah, we didn't steal it though. That you left it behind. That is rightfully ours, though.
No, 100%. That is absolutely.
He looks at you and he's just like, honestly, yeah, no, you're right, that makes sense to me.
I mean, you can use it. I'm just
Excellent.
letting you know.
That's going to make this way easier.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, that's fair. Do you have like handcuffs or something? You want me to just go with you? How does this work?
Don't worry about it. You can just come with us. It's not too long of a walk to get to our place, so go ahead and hitch a ride.
All right. That sounds good. And you see him kind of look over at the pile of his stuff, and he's just like, oh! And he like just hobbles over there to his stuff real quick. At what you would call sprinting for him, but it's like kind of embarrassing. And he just kind of like weeds around through his stuff for a little bit, just like throwing stuff here and there. And he picks out his bubbles and turns around and starts blowing bubbles. And he's like, all right, let's go. I'm ready.
Always good to get the important stuff.
Yeah, but those are our bubbles. You can use them for now.
A partial ownership of those bubbles.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to refill that bottle, man.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And scene.
Yay!
Everyone jumps and there's a freeze frame and you're all... No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
Yeah, we killed it. We all did together.
Yeah.
All of us. The one damage really
Really got him.
really did it for us.
Yeah. Sorry, Thwack. You got the short end of the stick that time around.
It's just bad rolls. That happens.
You really though. I mean, consistently
It was
terrible
so
rolls.
bad.
That was
There's
rough.
nothing you can do about that.
Bad enough to possibly end up in a YouTube short. We'll see.
And
Okay.
another one.
But anyway, that was tons of fun. Okay. You guys do make it back. Okay, hold on. This part's important. You make it back. Once you talk to the Vanguard about this deep gnome that you're bringing in, that's just like an intense tinkerer. As soon as you mention the concept of teleportation and everything else, the Vanguard straight up is just like, all right, listen, we got funds. The community is helping the Vanguard out significantly at this point. The Vanguard straight up pays you guys $1,000 in gold.
Okay.
Yeah. Just like mission accomplished. You look like you got beat up pretty good. Some of you. Here's 1,000
Spits
gold.
out a tooth. What are you talking about?
Right. There's 1,000 gold to split amongst yourselves. I can't do
Oh,
math.
between
What
us.
is it, 4?
Okay.
Oh, I
So
guess
we each
okay.
get 250.
Yeah, basically. Simple
Oh,
math.
dude.
Okay.
Literally rich.
A
Other
1,000
than
gold
that.
split between us, or
Yes.
Yes.
okay.
Yep. But that's that.
Did you?
So I gotta
Speaking
add.
of like adding a teleporter to the city, did you happen to see my message I sent you, Cody?
I did, and I'm psyched about that. We can do some cool brainstorming to like make sure we both got thoughts on it. But yes, 100%.
Okay, cool.
And I love it. I think that's super cool. There will likely be a bit of a update or press release issued from the Vanguard here in the next week or so, something like that.
Interesting.
Heck yeah.
Because things are happening. Y'all are making accomplishments. Okay.
Shameful we couldn't find a creature with some blood that I can paint on my bird.
Yeah.
You are so weird.
Forgot about
What
that.
do you mean?
We could have used the squirrel
We should have killed the squirrel.
or
yeah.
Jasper.
You know, if that squirrel wasn't so gosh dang cute, what was really gonna happen was I was gonna see like the closest living thing next to me and just toss it in the river and see if it get electrocuted. But then you picked the cutest thing possible, so I was like, I can't do that.
Oh my gosh. That would have been
'Cause,
awesome.
You know, the druid of death and decay.
Yeah, that makes sense. Honestly, that would have been hilarious. And I still kind of wish you did it. And even funnier because it's just like, yeah, he's super cute. He comes over there and just like, yeah, right there. And you're just like, I throw him in. Like, that'd be so funny.